Hello, everybody. Welcome to beginner beatdown number 38. Apologies for the name being incorrect on the stream. We will have this fixed in a second, just we're trying to fix it. Oh, it's fixed. There we go. Welcome. I hope everybody is excited. My co-host is not here at the moment. He needs to use the
I am
restroom,
actually
but
here.
it's all good. Oh, he is here. My co-host here, Salt E Boy. Go ahead and plug yourself.
Hello. I am Salte Boy. You can find me at the Salt Shaker _ over on Twitter. But regardless, we are here for some beginner beatdown. I am appreciative of being on here today, this week, for beginner beatdown number 38. It's going to be a really good bracket.
Yeah, it's not a very big bracket, but it's just gonna be a short and sweet one. I can feel it. This one's gonna be great. Yep. So we are going to wait a bit for the stream matches while we fix up the game a little bit. Just some issues. It'll be fixed. Don't worry about it. 25 is small. It's not tiny, but we've had bigger. I think our average is more like 30-ish.
Yeah, 30 to 40 is around like the number that you usually expect from the tournaments here, but 25 still a good number. Lots of people coming out, which is always a pleasure. Lots of regulars. You got Teeth Bat, Well Scrap, Flu. If you've been following, following the beginner beatdown brackets a lot, you recognize these names. It's awesome that I would say that they come out every single time and appreciate them coming and everyone else watching at home.
Yep. I am oh so very excited for this tournament, right? I love coming here every week. And I love to see these players like come in week after week, slowly improving and showing off their new tech.
And then you have to shed a small tear when you see they can't come anymore because they're not a beginner anymore.
It's a real shame, but it's a happy tear, right? I'm glad
exactly.
they're graduate, but most of the time they do stick around, right? They like helping out the other newcomers, becoming a sorry, I'm a bit distracted. Helping out the newcomers, becoming a teacher. It's fairly common.
Mm-hmm. For sure, yeah. It's really cool to see them improve, to see them adapt. I mean, I think that these kind of tournaments hold a similar weight to those of bigger brackets, bigger events like ICFC or CEO or whatever big tournament there is with all those big names. I think these smaller tournaments have just as much value because I mean you're basically representing the players that aren't as good, but you're still representing them, and that's really cool to see, like showing their growth, showing how they play, and I think everyone can appreciate that.
Yeah, and not only that, right? There's also just getting to see, or you get to see, how how like the lower level players play as they slowly start to improve on the game, right? Because this is a place where the majority of players are either not in Celestial or have like entered Celestial once or twice, and this is their place to like cultivate and become better, right?
Mm-hmm.
Fighting people of similar skill is sometimes very hard, especially with how polarizing the tower system is sometimes.
Yeah, for sure. It's all about giving that bracket experience because I don't think anyone here would like to go 0-2 in one of those bigger brackets because they're just gonna be running into killers, and it's just like, yeah, you got the bracket experience, but did you really get that bracket experience? You didn't really make it that far. You just lost 2 matches and just got kicked out. So being able to play against other people of similar skill levels like this is really important.
Yeah. It's also just good so that you can start to get used to what brackets feel like, because one of the most common questions that I do hear is, or not just questions, but some of the most common things I hear people say is, man, I'm so nervous for this bracket, man, I'm so excited, but I'm scared of going 0-2. And it's like, this is a bit more of a casual bracket, right? There's a reason we don't have a cash, or we don't have cash every week, because we definitely don't want cheaters, but also just no pressure if you win or lose, right? And, what's the prize for winning? You get banned. You're not allowed to play anymore. So there's no pressure to win or lose, right? It's just sort of
like
here to get used to. Yeah, it's a graduation, right? It's not banning, but it's still just a place where you can start to get used to the feel. Speaking of the feel, though, MF Cat versus Backhill, May versus Chip, game 1. So very excited.
And here we go. We got two characters who love to be grounded. I feel both characters has super grounded buttons, super grounded neutral. You got May with a big anchor, but you also got Chip with that really fast ground speed, really fast unpredictableness, and slipperiness.
That was a very good Rekka with punish, but MF Cat is using his 6 Ps and slash buttons to try and keep Vakil out, but Vakil, being Chip, is just able to push his way in the second May whiffs a button.
Vakil with that early wall break, positive bonus, and Chip. Those two should not blend together. Wow, that 2H just low profile that entire swing right there.
That was beautiful. Beautifully played by Vakil. And MF Cat has been primarily using, but I don't think I saw a single Dolphin come out that round, so I'm curious to see if MF Cat's going to expand his arsenal as the set goes on.
Yeah, maybe they're a bit too scared right now. I mean, Chip right now, Vakil is just laying on this pressure, not letting MF Cat breathe, and that's probably what's making them not want to press Dolphin all too much. Tries to go for the grab, but misses it, messes up the timing, and this will be punished for this as Vakil takes the very first game here in the very first set of the bracket.
That was a stomp. That is the sort of momentum that most players are scared of in Chip, right? That's why people claim that Chip is top 1, because the second they start getting momentum like that, it's very hard to do anything about it. But yeah, MF Cat reacting to the overhead, tries to get some pressure going, is not converting with special. Oh, there we go. Got a quarter circle with the beach ball, but not quite a setup and gets matched on. As Vakil gets an RC combo, pushes him into the corner, and now is just infinite pressure, the Chip infinite that everyone oh so hates. Oh, didn't super for kill though.
Okay, Vakil got some meter on deck. MF Cat also with meter on deck. No burst though. Though they can make this work, just gotta be careful with the buttons you press.
Raw super?
My gosh, and it works. Taking advantage of that 2H recovery is very, very smart.
Yeah, Vakil was thinking really ahead, because after the 2H on block, Vakil did a 6P to call out Dolphin. MF Cat has yet to represent Dolphin.
Wow, that burst bait! I don't know if he was like expecting that or not. Either way, that worked out super well. MF Cat on the back foot, very low health, but they're making something work. Not with this back throw though. Now you have to eat Chip pressure yet again. Going to go super, and this will kill. Just eliminating Chip's health bar. You know, Chip, the lowest health in the game, just dies due to that super, even if they're dominant the entire time.
Yeah, they do get to keep momentum, like that single counter hit 2D, just let him push straight into a wall break.
Yeah, momentum is the key thing to realize, notice when you're talking about Chip. Chip players rely on momentum, and this is exactly what's happening right now.
Oh, goes for a wall stick, but isn't quite able to wall break. And now back into neutral with a May. Very scary situation. As May's using 6 Ps to beat out the high buttons. And but Vakil gets a single hit into RC, and that's game 2 for MF Cat. Can they bring it back?
Right. We will see. Duel 1, let's rock. Oh my gosh, immediate
Dolphin
hit on the vertical Dolphin. I've yet to see any horizontal Dolphins though. MF Cat opting for a lot of their grounded buttons, a lot of their anchor tosses, maybe trying to contest for space against Vakil, not wanting to get close maybe, but you have to start this pressure somehow.
Yep, or else Chip is going to start the pressure for you with the high lows from Rekka. It's very hard for new players to recognize and block. As he's just able to get a good counter his 6H into Alpha to finish him off. As MF Cat is on his last life.
And they do it. We will
Good
see.
run up
Getting
throw.
that throw. This is already a good start. You have Chip in the corner, but Chip is so slippery. They can escape the corner so easily just with that one special Alpha Blade if you're not aware, if you're not paying attention. And now you are back in the corner, back to the wall as May. This is not the situation you want to find yourself in. We're mashing out, but no, we can't. Every single time MFCat gets a hit, they're not really able to turn it into all too much.
They haven't used much meter for RC, but they get the reversal super on the meaty.
At this point,
MFCat is fighting to stay alive.
At this point, maybe those reversal supers are going to make Vakil be a bit more apprehensive on pressure. Maybe lighten up that pressure for MFCat, as MFCat can maybe overextend on their own wake up instead of having to go for super all the time. And that could be a really good sign for what's to come.
Oh,
Counter
that is
hit.
a huge
Oh
counter
no!
hit. 5-8. Vakil mashes out. And gets a
these
back
missed
throw to
time
finish
throws.
him off. Vakil taking it over MFCat 3-0.
That didn't even kill much time.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate to see. I think MFCat had the right idea with those throws because, you know, May is kind of like a grappler in the sense that she's going to be using Dolphin. She's going to be using some of her using her normals to threaten her command grab, threaten her throws. And so MFCat had the right idea of going for the throws, but every single time, always whiffing, not really having a good sense of the timing down just yet. And now is getting sent to losers by Vakil. Vakil moving up to round 2. Well played to both players either way.
Well played. But those throw timings after a hit like that is very weird to get used to. Meaty throws are not a very consistently reliable thing, even for higher level players, right?
Yeah, it's definitely not easy to do, but I think if you just hone that a little bit more, MFCat could really do a lot more with those throws, with those meaty throws, and get something going after that.
Definitely. I see a good future in them. But next up, we've got Soul Bad Guy and Ram, Razor Rhapsody versus Y Common Sense.
Why Common Sense? Using that Ramlethal Common Sense to go for the far slash Daro. Nice conversions too, because Daro is unsafe on block, so recognizing that you got that counter hit to go straight into the combo is very smart. We got a wall break. Nope, we're going straight up burst from that one. Razor Rhapsody not wanting that wall break, not wanting to take any of that damage, but now you have no burst for this combo. This is going to hurt.
Oh, doesn't go for super wall break, but now they have 100 meter, right? A single hit is just RC into...
They can just infinite you.
Yeah, they can just infinite you, actually. Oh, goes for S sword toss, which doesn't hit because of 6P. And now Y Common Sense might lose with a full stick of butter.
Blocking the mortal
doesn't RC. You gotta RC if you have extra meter, right? You're just gonna die if you don't. It's never worth it.
For sure. And even if you do get the hit with Moribado and go into RC, that is a lot of damage on the table. The amount of damage Ramlock can get off of that one super is absolutely ludicrous.
Oh, good back throw after Bandit Bringer. Tries to hit close slash, but Razzle gets a really good reversal Bandit Bringer.
Alright, Bandit Revolver using that tick throw Bandit Revolver. I really like that. They have the right idea of how to use Bandit Revolver because you can either once you hit them on block with it, you can either continue pressure, maybe like throwing, maybe pressing some light buttons, or you can continue with a follow-up if you hit and go for full combos.
Absolutely. Rhapsody very aware of their buttons, and Y Common Sense showing that they do know what they're doing too. Good corner pressure with sword tosses. Burst to keep corner, but Rhapsody with the slide in order to get underneath or to low profile the far slash.
And I like that Razor Rhapsody is aware of how Vortex works with Ram Swords.
Yeah. And Common Sense trying to DP bait is doing a very good job of baiting out or trying to bait out options from Razzle, right? Forces him to jump, JPs him into the wall. He's been doing a very good job on that.
Tries to go for the 2S, but far slash is just a bit faster. You're sent straight to the wall for a wall break, just like that from round start.
Oh, half health.
That is going to hurt. Just DPing after the Bandit Bringer. No punishes here today. We have full meter on deck.
Oh, goes for optimals, drops it.
But that will do it.
0 meter 2 touch soul bad guy.
Razor Rhapsody, again, also has a good idea of how to play with Soul and how to set up frame traps. You know, you have Far Slash, then you have 5H. If you press 5H after Far Slash, that is a guaranteed frame trap.
Oh, they're very clean with these combos, getting confirms off every button they land. I like the JD from Y Common Sense, but oh, they're just getting pushed back into the corner every attempt. But he gets a back throw, is now forcing Rhapsody to have to eat this pressure.
Oh, doesn't grab the sword, and because of that, Razor Rhapsody realized it immediately and was able to jump out of the corner and get a fantastic conversion, taking that round, taking that game for Razor Rhapsody over Y Common Sense.
Yep.
But the set is not over just yet. Y Common Sense does have plenty of time to make this all the way back.
I don't know if I call it plenty of time. It is Strive. But if you keep getting these back throws, you're going to show why you got to be scared of Ramlethal, right? Oh, good frame trap. Oh, throw the Vortex!
Vortex, okay.
Oh, good mash out from Rhapsody.
I like that
but Common Sense is aggressive
I
first. Doesn't
try to go for a burst bait, but just lets go a block at the wrong time.
Yep. But they're getting all these good counter hits. Oh, sword's not there, so the hitbox isn't quite what you think it is, but gets a run up throw to finish him off. Common is fighting tooth and nail to stay in.
We are on the map. We are set. Oh no, tries to dash forward after the 5H, but getting gun flamed. It's okay though. He's 6P out of there.
Wow! The Far Slash classes, and then you get a counter hit. Daru isn't able to confirm off of it because of the weird height. And then now Rhapsody gets a good conversion.
Yeah, Far Slash again. PRC
to
tries to go for another throw, and this is the same thing that happened with MF Cat earlier. Just knowing when the opponent is vulnerable to a throw after their block stun ends is always very tricky to figure out.
And now Common is on his last life. Oh,
Ooh,
good
okay,
use of the
dash cancels.
Oh, gets hit with DP as Common giving Razzle a lot of space to work around, right? Oh,
okay, there we go. Wall break. Oh, that's Canadian
combo.
First. Straight up, high in the sky. That is not touching Ramlethal. Not today. Not ever.
Yep. But Common gets hit, which is very scary by Soul. One of the highest damage output characters in the game.
Razor Rhapsody has those clean hit volcanic vipers down. There we go. There we have the PRC on the Morobato. But
Rhapsody backdashes the throw, and then now wall break is going to make this a one-touch game from either player.
Looks like Y Common Sense might get burst back very soon. We have burst on the table. They can use it, but not from that JH just coming in from the sky, from the top ropes, and clipping Y Common Sense from up top.
Common getting caught trying to sword toss at a bad time and gets dropped into loser side. Unfortunate. That was very well played though. Good adaptation from Common, right? That's not a very common thing to see at this lower level of play. Adapting to what your opponent is doing is a very confusing concept because you have to change what you want to do to accommodate your opponents, right? So it was very impressive to see.
Yeah, adaptation is always the hard part. Even among the top players, adaptation is hard because both players are adapting at the same time, probably at the same rates. So it's just like that push and pull, that back and forth the entire time. You just like never have that foolish grasp on things. But you know, once you get something that works and their opponent has shown that they cannot do anything against that, just keep doing that option until they represent that, yes, I know how to deal with this option. Yes, I know how to get out of it.
But next up is a very interesting matchup. A Gold Lewis versus a why am I blanking? Happy Chaos.
Yep.
This is most Gold Lewises do not like this matchup, but I was also hearing that before the Chaos nerfs with the decreased zoning, so we will see.
Are they really nerfs though? I feel like I think it's a net even for Happy Chaos.
I mean, he didn't get any buffs, so
well,
it is,
in a way,
by definition a nerf.
Well, I mean, in a way it buffs because the concentration gauge, even though it depletes faster, like up from afar, it depletes slower when up close. So
I
can,
think
like,
it depletes at the same rate up
pressure.
close, does it not?
Oh, does it?
I have no
you might
clue.
be right.
That
You
was
might be
long
right.
ago.
It might be just. It might be. You might be right. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's been a
but
while.
this is that guard crush zoning that Gold Lewis really cannot deal with. You know, he tastes of his own medicine.
Now they're getting Happy Chaos to taste of their own medicine with those coffin tosses. Look at that damage. That's dead.
That is death. Two
needed
touches
one
from
touch.
Curbington's Gold Lewis. Oh, try to use a 6H round start to catch a backdash, but Chaos wanting to be aggressive, and now does half of Gold Lewis's health. You know, I could 2-touch you, he says. Oh, messes up the meaty timing.
No. There's the counter hit. Oh, it doesn't drops the combo at the very end. Missed that gunshot. That is a bit of a tight timing there.
Oh, uses laser beam to get Chaos closer.
All right, now you're going to have to hold all of this. Counter hit. That is huge. You got the knockdown as Gold Lewis. Happy Chaos doesn't have the strongest defense with no true reversal. So you're going to have to hold all this even if you have meter. But now we're out. We're out.
You're out, but oh my gosh.
That's going
that
to
reversal super is going to hurt as Kribby
Get that
takes
foot
the
away
first
from me.
game.
Get that leg away from me. Why are you touching me with it?
No mix-up for you. We're just going to crank it. Oh, good counter hit 6P. As Kribby going for some burst safe meaty, or... Yep. Oh, no. The coffin is a huge disjoint, so that is just very upsetting to see that burst whiff like that. As look at that wrist gauge.
Very sure of how to approach this defense right now. You know, one key thing about having a strong defense is not just blocking everything, but it's knowing how to get out of your pressure. And when you're against Gold Lewis, you need to get out of their pressure. You need to get out of their advantageous situation and turn it back around for you. You just can't block forever as your meter is getting drained, as your health is getting drained. Gold Lewis does not need to hit you. They just need to make you block their attacks.
Yup. And with all of that... Oh, uses the wrong BT, it can't connect. But Antria's still in the corner, though. So, you know, who's really the winner here?
And one thing to note, I really like what Curbington did over in the corner to keep Entree in the corner. When Entree was falling back down, they used 2P as an anti-air. 2P is a very strong anti-air for Gold Lewis, and they were very aware of that button and actually kept Entree in the corner as they try to fall down with a button to try to get
now
out.
Entree is getting their turn back with the far range zoning. Doing a really good job of meter of resource management, but the second Gold Lewis gets close, he's just not allowed to use any of it, seems like. As now he's stuck in the infinite pressure, goes for a burst bait, but cancels it just a little too early as Antria bursts out and is keeping the zoning going.
Alright, reloading those bullets in the chamber. We have 2 bullets, we have no bullets, and very low concentration. Curbington knows this. Okay, now reload some bullets. We got 3 bullets in the chamber, but that's not going to do anything as we are going for a wake up, burn down. Wait, what is it? What's the name of this again?
That one's
down with the system. There you go. I was about to say burn down the system. I was like, wait a minute. I feel like I'm using 2
both.
supers.
Yep. His other supers burn it all down.
Yeah, burn it down, yeah.
As good high-lows coming from Kribby.
Look at that health just being depleted. Look at that
chip
meter being
damage.
depleted. Oh no! Tries to counter poke, but going right over. And with the perfect, Curbington is on a roll.
Man, I wanted to see that legendary zero-touch game from Gold Lewis. That's what I wanted to see there. You just get chipped out to death, a legendary zero-touch. You know, it's very unfortunate, right? Gold Lewis has one of the best offenses in the game, which there are match points, right? It's not like it's a completely jailed situation, which there's nothing you can do. But if you haven't labbed it and you don't know where the mash points are, it is definitely probably the most dangerous offense.
Yeah, Gold Lewis is very daunting because I think Gold Lewis is not only hard to play when like learning the different moves that you can do, but also like hard to play against because you have to keep in mind, you have to realize what Behemoth Typhoon he's using and what exactly that behemoth typhoon accomplishes. There are 8 of them, and they all serve different purposes.
Yeah, like, there are specific ones that are minus, but only slightly, so you can take your turn back but not get a hidden. There are the ones that are delayed, so that it catches backdash, but you're able to mash out of it. And then there are the faster ones with our frame traps.
Yeah, but even then, trying to mash out of Gold Lewis pressure is still super scary, even if you know the matchup. Because if you get hit once, because you've been blocking Gold Lewis for a long time anyways, so not only is your risk going to be building up, but the amount of damage Gold Lewis does without any risk at all in the first place is already insane. So put those two together and you just get counter hit trying to mash out of his pressure and you just die. And that's what's so scary against playing that's what's so scary when playing against this character.
A good amount of the cast could get one touched by him just because of the amount of risk he gets. Right? Or the risk and the poke. So it just really is like a very scary situation.
Yeah, for sure. Coming up, we should have Baku versus Milk. Milk already on the camp, already raring to go. Set in with Baiken. How do you feel about Baiken?
Baiken, very tricky character, right? Because they're one of the characters where theoretically they should be top 1. With the arguably the best reversal in the game. With like the very strong damage, one of the best mixes in the games, and their like really strong neutral buttons and neutral tools with Kabare, Far Slash, 2H. But you don't see a lot of Baikens get very far. So it's a very weird point where I feel like they should be top 3, but there's no proof that they are.
Yeah, for sure. I think, Baiken's really strong character. It's just like some of her tools can be a bit finicky if you don't know how to circulate through them properly. But even then, I mean, once you learn the character, once you learn how to play the character, that's where that character really starts to shine. We got the frame traps, we got tethers. Oh my gosh, okay, we got a Bedman. Let's stop talking about Baiken. We got Bedman here. Bedman, super unpopular character, so I am very happy to see this character being represented here at Beginner Beatdown.
Finicky character, right? Because similar to Faust, he's part of the unusual class or whatever they're called, where he's got a lot of strong tools, but having to string them together is what's difficult.
We'll see how exactly they do that.
We'll see how this goes. As rounds start, a walk back from Baku trying to play patient. As they get their offense first, Milk having to burst as Baku is showing the strength of this character.
And there we go. That's exactly what Bedman's wanting to do. Use those specials, then start getting that error set out. Extend those combos, extend those pressure. Look at this. Now you have to block all of that while Baku just runs their offense.
Yup, but now Milk gets their turn from corner to corner. Oh, good match out from Baku.
Okay, bring you right to that gun Kenju is going to.
That meaty throw is so good. The cross up, mixing Baku, pulling him out of the corner. As Baku died with a full stick of butter.
One thing to note, like that setup in particular is used by a lot of Baikens to do a cross up or same side. So the way to realize whether or not Baiken is going to cross up is if she moves slightly forward, then she's crossing you up.
Yep.
But again, it's hard to see.
As this has been a really even game so far. Baku got this round start pressure twice, and Milk is just able to take their turn back. Oh, that 2H. You gotta remember that 2H is a low 20 times over. I believe it is 6 hits. The JH is also 6 hits overhead. So you have to remember to keep holding down or keep holding up against this character.
Okay, we're going straight into the final round here in game 1. Backing up immediately, throwing out some fireballs, using the arrow. All right, we're going to immediately use it, hoping to catch Milk off guard. That is one of the things that Bedman can do, is force their arrows to start immediately or even delay them to mess up the timing.
Yep. as Baku is mashing on a lot, but Milk is not having a lot of frame traps to punish.
We do have burst on the table. We're not going to use it just yet. Probably going to save it after the wall break. But even after the wall break, I feel like just one hit's going to do it. Sending out the fireball, going for the super, charging up your errors. Look at that.
Oh, that's a lot of damage.
I like that as an option.
As Milk is not blocking low. You need to block low against this character because Bedman players love 2H. Believe me, I'm a Bedman player.
Yeah, 2H, a very, very strong combo tool, very strong combo starter. And it catches a lot of people off guard with how far it goes. It basically just turns Bedman into a motorized vehicle. That's basically what happens.
It is Stun Dipper, but slightly different properties.
I wouldn't call it Stun Dipper. Let's not go that far. It's not that good.
Oh, that was a really good 2H to call out the backdash. As Baku's just running with his momentum. And now he's playing it slow with these fireballs game, catching out the backdash of the 2H. Doesn't RC.
Oh, we're going for the super
goes for install. Oh, if he head tosses here. Yup, that covers the
explosion. Very plus. Red RC just so they can keep the airs, keep the pressure going. I like what Baku's thinking, using the red RCs to continue their pressure so that their errors can finally come out. Because if they don't do that, then their errors would not come out, and then Milk can instantly punish them for it.
A fireball going the wrong direction as Milk goes for some interesting left-right mixes, and the first parry comes out as Milk wants their turn back. Baku's first burst of the set is very north, as now Milk gets a corner combo and kills.
Yeah, very back and forth as you were talking about earlier. We're just round after round, we're just trading wins, trading losses.
His Milk is still getting caught by these 2Hs. He needs to recognize it and low block if he wants to win this. Yup, like I said.
Catching him off guard, counter hit. This is huge! Sent through the wall. Look at that damage. Very respectable. Kenji bringing towards him, but not blocking the Yuzansen that time.
Oh, using Fireball to slow down Milk's descent is finally low blocking. And he parries the 5H.
I love that. Fireball again, sending out the fireball again, and the 2H just keeps on working. You want to block low, and you want to just like be aware of Bedman's approach, because if they go for 2H, then they don't really have a lot of options they can do to keep themselves safe.
It's like only Fireball keeps them safe.
Yes, yeah, pretty much. Or if you already have an error on deck, but that's not a case that Bedman can really find themselves in that often.
Yeah, 2H is just turned into an RPS situation, right? It's either you mash and beat the tornado, or you block the explosion, right?
Well, you don't even need to match the tornado too, because the tornado is negative on hit, so negative on block, so you can actually get a free punish off of it.
Oh yeah, that is true. But if you block the tornado, that means tornado's a frame trap, and
yeah,
the explosion is a match point. So you got to choose if you want, or you got to risk getting frame trapped, and then Fireball is just neutral.
Okay, gotta guess. Kenji, keep yourselves plus, and they did not realize that they're plus off of that super r/ taking that round.
As Milk now has a lead, can Baku get some sort of advantage to keep up?
Oh, representing that JS super long-reaching normal that does so much for Vikin's combo game.
Yup, and this 2H has just been hammering Milk. He has not been able to block it very consistently. Oh,
block in, but we're getting a parry. We are out of the corner. We're busting out here. Red RC, keep up the pressure. Johnson, gotta guess. Every single time after 5K, after close slash, even on meaty, when they're running up to you, you gotta guess. Are they going to do a Yozansen overhead, or are they going to get you low?
Milk throws just a little too early, but Baku not prepared, matches 2P, and does get some damage in, but doesn't get his turn back.
Super scary.
Oh, Yozansen round start as Baku immediately starts at a huge disadvantage. He needs this to stay on winner's side. Good 2P match, but Milk with the aggressive burst. And Baku going for a hero burst. Can he bring it back? Oh, counter
Not
hit.
quite. That
Close
should be
slash.
enough.
Takes a
No,
look
never
at
mind.
the low.
Did not build enough meter to extend it, but we're going to BRC. I like that. Using it as like a pause button, see what he's doing, and then immediately countering with that really fast, far-reaching far slash right there. Here we go. We are on set point for Milk. Milk just needs to take this round, and they can take it. And Baku knows this, wanting to, you know, they need to win this in order to stay in the bracket. Let's see if they can do it with this pressure right now. It is really suffocating for Milk. Milk needs to realize that that spin right there is negative. They can get a free punish. Baku knows that it's a free punish, but Milk isn't doing anything in return.
Yup. As Baku's been doing a good job of keeping Milk out, as Baikon's low run speed means that her fastest approach option is indeed IAD. But the parry on Wake Up makes Baku scared, as now very patient game from both players, as he's still trying to play this fireball game. And that should kill unless if Milk does a hero burst. Oh, but isn't a hero burst? Isn't able to convert.
Oh, and Milk squeezing in a bite just barely in that final round. Milk moving on over Baku, but Baku did put up quite the fight.
That was very well played by Baku, right? Recognizing that Baikon was not able to block low, so just constantly using the 2H, keep the pressure. I love the recognition there.
Yeah, but Baikon's pressure is just so scary. Those 50-50s, you gotta guess high, low. You gotta guess high, low every single time. If she gets any one of those correct, she gets a full combo, and it's very, very tough to deal with, and very tough. Like the mindset too. Like if you're constantly getting hit by those, that just kind of whittles away at you. So
yeah,
very, very well played to Baku in that. Oh, both players actually, that they were able to, even despite all of the mistakes they had made during that match, that they've been keeping a good head and just continuing to play the matches, and that's all just part of the process of improving.
Yeah, it was a very good set to watch. I did very much enjoy that. I'm excited to see how far both players get.
Coming up, we have Fluve versus Wellscrap. Fluve, a top 8 finisher of, I believe, beginner beatdown number 36, I believe. I hope I'm not wrong, but Fluve playing Leo White Fang. I forget exactly who Wellscrap plays, but Wellscrap will be playing them in this upcoming set.
Fluve has been been a very consistent player and has been playing for a while. Has recently been getting into top 8s pretty consistently too. But Wellscrap's Eno, a very scary character, right? If you don't know how to fuzzy block, this character is a nightmare. And even if you do know how to fuzzy block, this character is a nightmare.
Exactly. She just makes you guess. Every interaction, she's making you guess.
Oh, but Fluve gets a counter hit. DP. Wellscrap knows that it's fake.
Okay. Bursting that, not wanting to deal with Leo back turn stance any longer. Note doesn't go down, so they're getting 6P'd from the air. This is a lot of damage. Cross up, not enough to kill just yet. They just need one more combo, and Wellscrap holding their block, playing a bit patient.
With a very suffocating offense, but Wellscrap finally getting the turn back. Fluve with a very aggressive burst.
Using the note to stop the projectile in its tracks. I like that as an option, but that DP is going to do it. Using the red Roman cancel to extend the combo is very, very nice. We're going into the second round. You know, Wellscrap also another top 8 finisher, just like Fluve back in number 36, and they've been getting more and more consistent. They've been improving. So let's see how these two players shape up right now. You're in the corner. The command throw.
You do not see that very often.
No, not at all. It's very slow, has a distinct audio cue, so normally people will be able to react to it very quickly, but it does work sometimes. You just got to mix it in every now and then, catch them off guard, just dunk them. Welcome to the jam.
Come on, Slam. As Fluve takes the first game in a very dominant fashion, but Wellscrap responding very well with a round start stroke the big tree. Fluve goes for DP again and goes for the low, which is a true meaty. A good mashup by Wellscrap, as they now have the pressure and is just running these high lows.
High low. Just gonna go for the wall break right there. Get that positive bonus. Jump over the super, but we're gonna PRC to keep it safe. Fluve finding a solid hit, and that's as another solid hit. Going to take it.
Fluve was a bit scared there, but you know, he held his burst, which I definitely agree with. You don't want to burst if when you're just sort of that much at a disadvantage, unless you really think you could take the game.
Fluve looks like they try to dash forward, use that far slash to contest for space, maybe expecting Wellscrap to approach, but it didn't quite work out. Now Wellscrap is on top of them. When an Eno gets on, they're like glue. They just stick onto you.
Oh, Fluve misses the throw, and now Wellscrap gets his pressure. Because of it, it goes straight for wall break instead of a possible wall slump setup. Perhaps not sure if it would actually slump or not. That BRC,
but they have such a huge life lead that doesn't matter. Even that trade is favorable for them.
With such a good health lead, there wasn't too much Fluve can do to try and get the game back. And Wellscrap with the really good aggressive burst, but Fluve just gets their turn back with a single back turn. As it is now a very slow game by both players. Guard point is able to hit Wellscrap, but Wellscrap with the reversal. No!
Oh, this super is going to hit, and Fluve's going to take this. Going to Red RC just to make sure you're dead.
Man.
Fluve does not want any mistakes right here. You're either dead or you're not.
I really thought Wellscrap baited that, but he went for far slash. As now Wellscrap is playing on the back foot. They need to get this game.
These guard points are doing a lot for Fluve, and also that gold burst. You have full mirror on deck, going straight for a DP, very far from Wellscrap. I'm not too sure about that, but we're going straight for it again. Get that back turn stance, get that counter hit, but Wellscrap going to burst. They know that's going to be a lot of damage. Now you are in pressure against Fluve. Fluve, again, has that strong DP that they can just throw out if they feel that they are being pressured for a little too long, or there's some gaps. Just like that, Red RC side swap, get this wall break. Just that easy.
Yeah, Fluve is able to bring the game back, and now with just either one good combo or a good mix or both, is able to take the rounds, just absolutely robbing it from Wellscrap. As now Wellscrap is on their last chance.
Go for a throw, get that back turn stance, but we're going to throw Fluve right there.
Oh no!
Another throw in return. We just keep going for them.
As there's now a slow game from Wellscrap, using the fireball, the note to get an approach. For the approach, messes up the media time, but Fluve goes for counter hit, or goes for DP. And now Wellscrap is keeping the aggression and gets DP'd again.
Oh, mistimes the meaty, and now you're going to pay for it. I think this is going to be it. This is very close. Red RC, go for one last mix. Oh, wow. Low profile and the chemical love just like that. I think Fluve is very aware of the height of their character, the hurt box, and Fluve bringing it all the way back with that very clutch run up to pay.
Wellscrap was right there, but just didn't use the meter for RC, wasn't able to get that last poke. Very clean resets by Fluve, and it's just a very unfortunate situation, right? That was very well played by both players, though. But that right there is a perfect example why you need to learn safe jumps. Safe jumps are when you do an attack during your jump, so that you hit them if they're not doing a reversal, but you block if they are doing a reversal. A safe jump, has plenty of them, so safe jumps would have done wonders in that matchup, where Fluve was just letting those flash kicks rip.
Yeah, safe jump is an option select. Option select basically is when you do one option that beats multiple options. Think safe jump, as we were just talking about earlier. The fact that if they choose to block, then it hits them overhead, but if they go for a DP, it's going to be blocked by the person going for the overhead. It's like a very safe option that you can do. Yeah, if they try to do anything else like press the button, they're still going to get hit too. So It's very, very strong, very good to learn. Most characters should have a safe jump setup that they can have access to. So it is very worth learning with them.
Absolutely. I think it's mandatory to learn it if you want to get better at the game. I think the only character that doesn't have readily access or doesn't have like easy access to them is Milia, where the only real safe jump is throw JH, or throw disc JH. But like you get disc setups, it's a pretty worthy trade, you know. As an ex-Milia player, I definitely took those trades. I love that. But next up is two of the heaviest mixed characters in the game. Snicky's on the Bridget. There's a Teeth Bat on the Milia.
Milia and Bridget, both what would be described as vortex characters in the sense that they're going to be mixing you left, right, up, down. And Bridget, they both play very similarly. Both very highly mobile. But the one thing that you want to note about Bridget is that Bridget is very safe and it is much easier to loop than Milia's. So Milia will have to work a little bit harder to make sure that she gets you in her very scary mix-ups, by the way.
Yeah, but Milia does have more reward off of each mix.
Yeah, that is for sure.
Yep. And Teeth Bat bursting to make sure that Snicky's is not able to take this first round. Does not want the snowball to happen, which I can respect. Super jump, trying to stay in the air, be tricky against Snicky. Not letting himself get hit. The 2D counter hit. Oh, DP, right?
Busting out, not wanting to deal with that pressure. That is very, very reasonable.
Oh, Snicky's guessing right on the left, right. And now Teeth Bat is still in the corner. 2-8 counter hit.
2-8.
Huge combo starter.
Super?
Oh, doesn't go for
no,
super.
it looks like they misinput the super. Looks like they were going for the slash version.
DP.
But anyways, this DP should be enough. No, not quite. Okay, just one more mix to take Teeth Bat out right now, and that yo-yo sending out. Teeth Bat try to advance, try to get out of that pressure, but the yo-yo just catching them. Yeah, that's one thing that you have to note, that Bridget can send out a yo-yo that either hits you or it hits you on its way back. So, so like the one that goes out and hits you can be effective at catching them trying to escape immediately, or you can use the other one for more future-proof setups. Yeah.
Oh, good Abare from Teeth Bat as he's trying to keep the momentum. Oh, blocks the burst on the crossover, but doesn't have a punish off of it. As both players are scrambling for a hit, Teeth Bat not able to convert off his J8. Snicky's is able to convert off their far slash though, as they now get their setup. That's gonna hurt. Combo is dropped, unfortunate.
Here, C to be safe. Close slash tick pressure, and that will do it. Get clipped by that far slash, and you'll be sent straight into an easy follow-up for Bridget to do.
A very interesting game from both players, right? I think it looked like the game was very laggy because there's a lot of drops that doesn't seem very common from players from these players, because I've seen them play.
Yeah, it's a bit finicky, fighting games are always peer-to-peer connections, so sometimes even if you're normally okay, it just fails on other people, and it's always finicky like that. If these players do want to work it out, then they can do that as well, or they can keep playing.
Yeah, it looks like they are going to be talking about it in bracket help. They did say connection is bad. Yeah, a connection test has been called, so there will be a short break. Apologies, but I do understand, right? It is a tournament. You do not want to lose because of bad connection. It always feels bad.
Because it definitely is something out of your control. So if you can help it, always get that best connection. It's going to be finicky from time to time, but always try to get that.
Yeah. I do believe our tournament doesn't have a Ethernet mandatory rule, but many tournaments do, right? We don't, because we are a beginner tournament where it's not exactly the most competitive location. So it's not like at, or so most people don't have it because we are a beginner tournament, right? A lot of beginners aren't going to be having the best setups to try and get into all the tournaments. So we understand that. But when connections are this bad, there is a reason why we highly encourage it.
I believe that previous game should go through though because they played it to completion. So that game will still go to I forgot the name of the player for some reason.
I know. It's always
Snickies, there we
happening.
go.
Snickies, yeah, Snickies.
Yeah, so that game should still go to Snickies, and yeah, we're still at 1-0 for Snickies, and we'll see. We'll see what the connection looks like. Hopefully, it'll be worked out very soon. How's your day been so far while we're waiting?
It's been quite a good day. You know, I was driving around my car, went to Home Depot, got free stuff. My friend, a project I was working on with a friend, they finished painting it finally. So we got the show on the road, and the project is done. It is a secret. It is sick.
Yeah, I'm a bit more simple. I would just woke up in the morning, went to work, and then commentated a bracket earlier, and now I'm commentating this one.
It went to work, and went to work.
Exactly.
Hey, I hope you're having fun here, unlike work.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely having a lot more fun here than other places, but
Yeah.
not getting money off of it. But money's not the reason why I'm doing it. I'm doing it just because I enjoy it, just because I want to watch some good Guilty Gear.
Yeah, can't wait to start getting money from Twitch. No, it is great, right? No pressure to subscribe or anything. You know, this is just a small simple tournament. There's no prize pool. There's no match arena because this is a beginner tournament. So, you know, this is a very casual place. I'm hoping at least, right? That's what I wanted.
Yeah, no extreme stakes, just simple, good old fun. The stakes here are the bragging rights.
Alrighty. So we did get the connection test, and Teethbat won. The Teethbat had the better connection, therefore he won. Very unfortunate. Oh, Teethbat got TQ'd. My bad, misunderstood. So Teethbat got DQ'd. Very unfortunate, but you know it happens, right? We will be taking a 5-minute break before our top 8, and well, I hope to see you there.
Very big. It's a very big, bulky, and heavy.
Oh, we're back on. Hello. Welcome back to Beginner Beatdown number 38. We are coming into the top 8. Not too sure who our first round is, but all the players in the top 8 are Fluve, Snickies, Lord Crimmington, Adune. Wait, we don't have loser side yet, so never mind.
Winner side.
Those are the 4 players on winner side of top 8 so far.
Yeah,
Which
should be quite
this
good.
should be quite interesting.
Looks like we're going straight for Curbington. Lord Curbington is hopping on the cab right now. Gold Lewis versus Adune.
I'm about to see who Adune plays, 'cause I do not remember seeing her name before.
I am not too sure, but I guess we will see. We got a tree member up in here. Lots of tree.
Yep, it's
Esports.
Rosario Syndicate versus Tree. Oh, we have a May. 2 of the biggest hitters in the game of going up against each other. We shall see. This could be a 2-touch game for both players.
Getting right into it. Lars Canyon, the classic stage everyone plays on. No lag.
I forgot it had a horrendous mod. It's makes Gold Lewis a Hatsune Miku fan. So it zoomed in on the coffin. It's just Walter White and Hatsune Miku shitpost meme. It's so condensed. Yeah, going into the first game, letting the intros rock. We shall see. Trade. All right.
I don't even know what they pressed at that point.
It was a 2S and a 5K.
Was it? Okay.
Yep. Or a 5K.
It happened
2S.
so fast. It was like immediate.
Ooh, good counter hit, getting out of the corner at Adune, but Crimmington chasing him down, not letting him run. Good JS to snuff him back into the drone. Doesn't get much pressure. Oh, Adune.
Whoa, that's not. I don't think that's gonna hit. That's
gotta miss, right?
Yeah,
Yo, that's
what are you doing? Not even going for a punish. Just once that meter. All right, we are greedy. We are very greedy.
Yeah, but a little bit of a panic throw our OHK2. Oh no, you gold bursted and died with a 100-meter. Oh, that's very bad. If I'm Adune, I'd be mauling right now.
The charge. Save that for after the match, as we are still in it right now.
Oh, that's a huge JD. Oh, gets the far side to get a close slash, drops combo because of it, but doesn't get the wall break.
Lots of drops, combos. It is a bit tough. It's
anti-air.
The typhoons are also similar to each other.
And now Junior is a pixel away from losing. Oh, one more guard crush and they're dead, but instead gets poked out with the JD as Kribby takes the first game.
Lord Cribbington knows Gold Lewis's buttons quite well. You know, that JD is so big. Can't really anti-air it too. You can just kind of jump in, get that overhead. It is a fantastic button to just throw
big
out in neutral.
Slight disjoint. It is a very good button.
Going to burst that immediately. Send Adune a little further away. Adune. All right, now we got some pressure started. Oh, we're going to jump out, anticipating that 5K.
Yup, and Kribby accidentally uses the wrong BT that has a dead zone. A bit too close, but May wasn't able to capitalize on it. Now a possible one touch from both players. Oh, that's good counter hit, but Adune gets greedy.
Great challenge, getting held down by the drone. We're going to have to burst that one. Adune confident they can take this back, but they can just die from a single block to Behemoth Typhoon. They need to get in fast. That command grab, they very might will. Red RC. Okay, are we going to get the wall break? We will. Should this kill?
Oh, it's not going to break, though. A pixel held by both players.
PRC, okay. PRC to keep her safe. I think. Oh man, Adune probably tried to press a button right there, and Lord Curvington using that PRC, catching you immediately.
Kribby's doing a really good job of keeping Adune out of the air because they're trying to use those very strong May air buttons. But Adune's just not letting it happen, you know, snuffing out with JPs, JSs, 2Ps, and BTs. And as I'm just listing it off, Kribby just 2 touches May, and is now...
Oh yeah, go ahead.
I was just going to say, like, now Kirby is up, and May needs to fight if they want to stay in winner side.
Kirbyton using a lot of the 369 Behemoth Typhoon. We'll see it a lot later. It's very plus. That one right there, is a fantastic launcher, very fast, hits very hard, and yeah, I mean they got the right idea of which Behemoth Typhoon to use when you're trying to pressure them, trying to keep them locked down, sending out the drone, but Adiune going to hit with that giant anchor falling down. JH, such a big hitbox to just throw out. Similar situation to the JD from Gold Lewis, where you can't really anti-air it very easily.
Yep. Adiune needs to stop jumping. He's been getting stuffed out every time. But Kirby's just ready with the 2P.
And also look how far those Behemoth Typhoons go up, like how vertical they are. They will catch you if you try to air dash in. It's like a giant wall, basically.
Yeah. It's not even just that. It's like Goldlewis does have a really good job. He doesn't have good air to airs when it comes to contesting, or when it comes to taking space. But he has comboing, but he has amazing air to airs when it comes to keeping people out. But as we're talking, Kirby just runs up throws and takes Adiune out with a 3-0 sweep.
Dang. Lord Kirbyton moving straight into winners finals of this bracket. They are set. They are set. Even if they lose this one, they are at least guaranteed third place in the bracket. Very well played to Kirbyton, while Adiune going to get sent down to losers. Hopefully we'll see more of them later on as we stream losers top 8, or as losers top 8 starts to form just a bit more.
Oh shoot, Bye Jimmy's here. Welcome, Bye Jimmy. Yeah, May, I do not think should have a buff. I'm sorry, but well, yep.
All right, who's now advocating for the May buffs?
Bye Jimmy is one of the better Mays in North America. A lot of people look up to him.
All right.
She needs more damage to one-shot Gold Lewis.
Oh yeah, no, make it a character specific change. Just like she does more 50% more damage against Gold Lewis.
No, I'd take that. I'm okay with that one.
I'm okay with that. Make the Gold Lewis players die a little faster, you know.
Yeah. I think Gold Lewis just in general to have entirely health down, right? You know, I think that's a little good.
Yeah, exactly. Make him Asuka health. Yeah, exactly. Asuka,
yeah, make him Asuka no shield health. Yeah, I think that's pretty balanced.
Yeah, Arxis, are you taking notes? I hope you're watching the stream
Arxis,
right
you
now.
should take notes. You should take notes. We're totally professionals.
Daisuke, I hope you're watching Beginner Beatdown right now. Would love to hear your opinions on our thoughts of the character changes.
Oh, can y'all hear that? I'm not playing with lighter. I'm playing with scissors. I'm sorry. Don't play with sharp objects, kids.
Okay, coming right up, we have Fluve versus Snickies. Waiting on Snickies right now. Fluve set in. Leo player. Fluve made it very far in the last bracket they participated in. So this should be super fun to watch how they play against Bridget. They just played against Wellscrap, who is Eno, and Bridget does a similar thing, like safe pressure and just constantly making guess, or you go high low and loops back into itself. So,
but one thing is very mashable on a lot of points, and not Gold Lewis. Leo has really good buttons for mashing against just the locations where Eno is at, right?
Well, yeah, Bridget on the other hand is a lot safer with their pressure. If you can master like stuff like TK roll, you can get so much reward off of it. It's gonna be throw safe. It's also gonna catch backdashes. It's gonna be DP safe. It is very, very powerful.
I'm very excited to see and patiently awaiting.
One thing about Snickies is that Bridget is a lot more mobile of a character, so maybe they can use that unique movement of theirs to fly around the screen, make it around Fluve's buttons, and I don't know. We will see. We'll see exactly how they can use that movement.
We have a full room, so if you're not currently playing, please leave.
All right, Snickies is in. Bridget versus Leo. Fluve versus Snickies. Let's get right into it.
This should be an interesting one.
Checking the opponent's connection. No, of course. Always got to do that.
Naturally.
Guilty Gear Strive after all.
Yup. You know, the Street Fighter killer has amazing connection. Oh, good JH jump in from Snickies. Oh, and using the Roger dive in order to stay out of that 6P range, but Fluve wins the 6P trade.
Who kept trying to hit Leo in guard point. That's not something you gotta do. You gotta play a little more patient, you know. Hit him low.
Yep.
Hit him in the legs. Part where he's not guarding.
Mm-hmm. Or just hit him in RC. Oh, good BRC.
Wow, okay.
And punish on the parry.
Like what I'm seeing here. Just jumping around the screen, jumping full screen, throwing out those yo-yos, but now you are in danger. You're in danger of negative bonus or negative state. Negative penalty. There it is.
Negative bonus.
I'll get, yeah, exactly, negative bonus. I'll get it right with it. There we
out.
go. That's the feint I was talking about. That's the slipperiness of Bridget's movement that I was just talking about. Being able to bait that DP like that. You thought that Bridget was coming straight in, but she can just backdash out and say, nope, I'm not doing that.
That was very good because without that, you know, Fluve would have just killed him outright. And now both players without burst, Snickies with the multi-hit overhead, is now just kind of running the game. Fluve is not really able to find their footing. I say until he gets the counter hit far slash.
Yeah, once Leo gets that hit that they want, there's the counter hit. Oh no, it was a trade.
Snickies is backing up a lot. Does not want to get caught by Fluve.
Yeah, when you have big buns as big as Bridget, I cannot blame you if you're a Snickies, and that is enough. Finishing it off with a very simple
clean conversion. That is not easy to land, right? That is, you got to delay the kickstart my heart slightly, and just know the spacing.
Yeah,
oh, sure. The 2D counter hit from Fluve stopping Snickies from being able to play their game, right? Oh, the throw to call out the side switch, and a good burst from Fluve, knowing when Snickies will no longer be safe. Misses the throw.
Right, Yo-Yo is out. That is the one that's going to hit you, though. Fluve wasn't able to register which one it was, and did get hit by it, and that is so huge for Snickies. Just the fact that
just yeah. I think Super might have killed there, but Snickies opting to hold meter.
Oh no, this will catch backdash, and that's a lot of damage.
He's gonna go for wall break. Yup.
Okay. Yep.
The JP combos. That's
there we go.
Break. Oh, goes for Roger Bear, trying to call out something. Doesn't utilize the plus frames. Mashes on the 2K, recognizing that Fluve did nothing, and Snickies is just like dominating right now.
Fireball out. Use it as a wall to approach. Okay,
oh,
there
no.
you go. We got to throw.
But messes up the overhead.
Okay, you're still in a good position. If you are Fluve, though, you still have the corner. You just gotta escape this Bridget pressure right now. But that command grab is going to catch you. That is a punish too.
Yeah, caught DP, and good DP coming from Snickies as well. Can they? Goes for damage conversion, but the scaling is not exactly great.
On point, but your conversions can only bring you so far when Leo can just DP out just like that.
Mm-hmm. And good poke. Snickies is now up 2-0.
Looking good, looking good. Fluve needs to desperately get this pressure start. And yeah, I mean, like, this is just a hard character to play against. I don't blame Fluve for not knowing how to deal with all these yo-yos, deal with the screen control and movement, because it is very tricky, very hard. Lots of multi-hits throughout. Yo-yo, that is not the version that will hit. Remember, if you hit Bridget on block, you don't have to worry about the yo-yo anymore, because it'll go sent right back to Snickies. And Snickies knows that. That's why they're backing up a lot, getting very close to negative penalty, because they don't want to block it and have their yo-yos be sent right back.
That was so good by Snickies. He recognized that the height was a little off for the yo-yo toss, so he did JS instead of JK like she usually does. But Fluve gets the wall break with super. Oh, the DP hitting on both sides, catching out the side swap from Fluve.
Now you have to guess. But no, we're not
Or
guessing.
not.
Never mind. Nope. We're just
Never
going
guess,
DP.
always
Get out of there.
reversal.
Bust out.
Never guess. Always reversal.
We don't hold pressure. Not in this house.
Yep, not. This is a Leo household. We do not hold pressure. Oh,
This is
good
a safe
conversion by
space.
Snickies. And Fluve burst at the end of it. I don't know if I entirely agree with that when you lose half your health.
Another backwards ZP, but you can counter hit. Leo also has that step dash too that can. So you know, Bridget is going to be using a lot of the long range buttons to try to keep Leo at bay. In a way, they are a zoner. So when Leo has access to something like those step dashes, very quick movement, they can. Oh wow!
Huge flash kick. Oh, Snickies doesn't match on wake up, and Fluve parry gets nothing. But the back throw on wake up, calling out that Fluve's doing something fake. As now Fluve is now on their last life. They need to fight to stay in the winner's side.
Yeah, as I was saying, you know, being able to dash block as effectively as Fluve is doing right now is really good. There we go. That's such great awareness. That is able to be grabbed just before they, just as Bridget lands with that command grab. That was very smart play from Fluve right there. And now we're getting the side swap combo, maybe wall break. Nope, going to drop at the very end. Not quite at the right space in order to get that juggle effectively.
Oh, but flash kicks at a very bad time. As Snickies gets a good counter hit, a back throw, doesn't RC to get the last bit of damage they need. Catches the backdash with a far slash. Snickies beats it over Fluve 3-0. Very clean.
3-0 clean sweep. That's what winner's top 8 has been so far. Similar to Lord Curbington, and now Snickies following in suit. But now Snickies has to fight against Lord Curbington. Bridget versus Gold Lewis.
But next up, I do believe it's probably Blind Sloth versus Well Scrap, or is Log versus Hotline.
Yes, losers top 8 has been settled. We have Blind Sloth as we said earlier, as well as Well Scrap. We haven't seen Blind Sloth on stream just yet. They actually got sent to losers very, very early. I believe it was their first round that they got sent to losers, and they have been a pretty good losers run. Did go through a few DQs, and now here is in top 8 against Well Scrap. Well Scrap, as you know, as we all know. Then on the other hand, we have Log versus Hotline. And again, 2 players we haven't seen quite yet, and hopefully we'll be able to see them very, very soon. With a name like Hotline, I want to say that they play Chaos.
I cannot remember what they play. Yeah,
Oh,
please
no,
make sure to leave the room after after you play your tournament match so that we can get more players in.
I hear Hotline, I think Hotline Miami, so.
Hotline Miami? Yeah, honestly, same.
Actually, I haven't
watched
played
this stuff.
Hotline Miami.
Or is it a game? I don't know
It's
what
a
it
game,
is.
yeah.
Oh, I thought it was a show.
No.
What am I
no.
thinking?
I should probably play it at some point, though.
Alright. As next up is Eno versus Leo. I'm not too sure who the players are. Is it Flu versus Cribbington?
Yes. Flu versus Kermit? No. We're going
This
Blind
is
Sloth
Blind Sloth versus Well Scrap.
Yes. Yeah,
So
Flu
2 Leos in our top
will
in our top
later
8.
on. Still a good amount of variety, though. Let's see how Blind Sloth plays Leo compared to Flu. This could be really interesting, but that is if they can even run their offense, because Well Scrap was looking super suffocating right now. But we're out. We're in back turn stance, and we're getting some combos.
Oh, messes up the meaty as Well Scrap is able to just run their offense so consistently. Oh, doesn't run a safe jump though, and gets hit by Blind Sloth.
Low slash anti-air. Okay. Yeah, that is so hard. It's just
The
so
blender.
overwhelming, so fast. It just comes at you immediately.
Leo does have one of the best mix loops in the game. Don't know if it's as good as Eno, Bridget, and Milia, but it's still really up there on how solid it is. And Scrap with these very interesting high-lows, starting off with dive kick, not a very common thing to see. Uses note to force Blind Sloth out of the air and drops the combo. As Blind Sloth now gets their turn, very sketchy situation.
Going to go trade. I like how Blind Sloth was backing out of the corner right there and was able to use that guard point super well. I like that, but that wake up reversal super is going to take that round.
Oh, the Cold Burst round start to call out the dive kick, but can you use the meter? We'll see. You probably can now that you get your offense. Oh, good jump out from Wellscrap, but clicks a button on the parry.
We have full mirror on deck, a full stick of butter. Oh, trying to go for a parry again, maybe expecting another dive kick, but the dive kick just comes a bit later, punishing him. Now you're back in the pressure, back in the loop. Are we expecting another DP? I think we might see another DP here.
Oh, I was expecting a wall slump setup, but Wellscrap did not go for it.
There's the DP.
Round start catches Wellscrap in the air, but now Wellscrap kills with a clean combo, is now up 1-0 against Blind Sloth. Is able to just run their game plan so consistently. Oh, a horizontal dive kick to try and scare Blind Sloth by getting up close. And they're just really using so many dive kicks.
I mean, honestly, they're doing a lot of work for Wellscrap right now. Blind Sloth, while countering some of them, is not able to counter a lot of them.
Yeah, it is a very tough move to work around. But, or because you can delay the timing, making it hard to 6P. But it doesn't mean it's impossible to, work around. As Blind Sloth gets their turn back with Wellscrap, just steals it back as they drop a combo, or was it a reset? Red RCs to keep themselves safe, and a flash kick in the pressure. From Blind
same
Sloth.
side too. Joe tries to go for another reversal. You cannot cancel it with a PRC when you whiff it. That is one of the key things that you should know about DPs. But we are just doing a wake up super anyways, taking that round. Very barely though, but you know, taking that win is very important, even if it did come down to the wire. Sending out that projectile, clashing with the note. Guard point stance, tries to cross up with a stroke, going away. Using up burst on the DP, doesn't want to eat a backturn stance. That will happen afterwards. But now here we are. Oh my gosh, another DP. They just keep working Wellscrap. Every single time they get that knockdown against Blind Sloth, they want to keep running their offense. They keep wanting to press buttons and just keep them locked down. But you have to know that you have to block sometimes. You have to bait these things out because you can get so much reward off of doing so. And that air throw is going to take it. Blind Sloth taking that game. What a clean air throw too.
Yeah, especially in the middle of the dive kick. That is a very sketchy air throw to get, but you know, he landed it. Can't complain. That was very good. And another flash kick coming from Blind Sloth. A good counter on the parry. He knows when it ends. No, Wellscrap is still stuck in the blender. Messes up for the throw time.
Jump throw. I like the idea from Wellscrap. I like the spirit, but unfortunately it was mistimed. No one isn't mistimed though. Blocking those DPs. Wellscrap is now adjusting on the fly. That is what I like to see. Adjustment is the key to winning games in fighting games. And no, you try to go for the throw, but unfortunately, you cannot throw while in the middle of Roman cancel. Slow down. So that did not go through. Getting punished, and Wellscrap now on deck with a round in his pocket.
Oh, good recognition on the clash, and just using another far slash to make sure Blind Sloth just doesn't get a chance. But now they're getting caught in the blender. Oh, good parry.
Don't try to touch me.
You actually don't have to burst like that, you could have just like done a super immediately to combo off of it. Oh, just being in guard point, but forgetting stroke the big tree is indeed a low. Oh, but now Blind Sloth gets there. Oh, goes for command grab after the counter hit, back turn slash. And now Wellscrap is at his last bit of life.
They do have meter though, so they can make something work. Red RC going to keep up this pressure, but Blind Sloth, I love this patience, just holding down back and using the DPs at the right time, breaking out at the right times, and going for a super right there. Not enough meter to keep it safe though. This should be a good punish, bringing Leo all the way to the corner, but the DPs do not care. There are no safe jumps, unfortunately, and because there are no safe jumps, Blind Sloth is taking that set over. Oh,
Fun fact: if you block Leo super, you just get a free charge dust every character. So just remember that next time you're fighting a Leo. But now Wellscrap is able to get their pressure going, but Blind Sloth mashing out at a very good time. Oh, he was in guard point.
Okay, what a great jump right there. You know, using neutral jump, using back jump while in pressure is very, very strong. And sometimes it is a bit understated. Like, you use that neutral jump, you use that back jump, and immediately the person pressuring you is scared that you're going to escape. So they're going to probably back up, maybe give you a bit more space to breathe because they don't want you to leave.
Yep. As Wellscrap is on their last life. And because this is loser side now, if they lose here, they are knocked out of the tournament completely. As they go for a really clean combo, misses the wall break, but is able to keep the corner pressure. Uses note to just keep them scared, keep them locked down. Good recognition on the delayed run through to throw him out, but it wasn't quite enough to get good pressure. Oh my god, burst Blind Sloth into the corner, gets the counter hit on the DP.
Immediately jumping straight in the air, dive kicking down because it just keeps working every single time, and blocking the DP again this time. Yeah, the amount of times that Blind Sloth is doing that DP, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but most of the time it is working. So Wellscrap maybe play a bit more patient. That might be the play, but yep. Yeah, again, you don't want Leo to run his offense in the first place. So there's that push and pull that you have to think of, and that counter hit DP going for
DPs into DPs.
Sure about that. I don't
Oh.
know exactly if that was intentional or not.
I don't know if these flash kicks
you are giving up your turn.
Yup. As in now one touch, he does have meter, but you know, meter means nothing if you're not able to use it because your health is too low. As Wellscrap takes the game back against Blind Sloth, and if we are now tied 2-2 going into the last game. Let's see how round start goes.
Lots of dive
kick. Yup. Wellscrap does love these dive kicks.
And in all honesty, they are working very well for them. So why not just keep doing them? I do like how Wellscrap is though, like jumping up really high in the air, making Blind Sloth maybe think they have a bit of space, maybe make them chase after him, and then when they realize that they can't go after him, then they start to punish them with the dive kicks and
going for varying up the timing and the movement option. Gets a gold burst. Wellscrap now has 100 meter. Let's see what they can do with it though. Oh, tries to back up to bait out the reversal, but forgets that Leo indeed cannot block while in back turn stance. Oh, but
this should be
Sloth
enough.
Gets a solid combo to finish off Wellscrap, as we are now in a possible last round. Baits out the flash kick beautifully again.
Right,
Wellscrap.
These.
Oh, tries to bait out a third. He does bait out.
Okay, now Wellscrap is in his head. Blind Sloth now probably going to have to play a bit more careful as Wellscrap.
Fourth flash kick.
Wow, just keep going until it works. That is the mindset, it seems.
Oh
More
no!
patience.
It's
Now
well
that
scrap.
well scrap
We're
is
down.
adjusting.
Yep, double Luigi. Oh my gosh, baited another flash kick. Blind Sloth, he'll have to adjust. But he's just not. This could be death if we have a combo. Not a big enough combo. Flash
That is
kicks
it again. What is even going on?
And can it kill? Can't. Oh, well scrap does not have a good enough combo. Far slashes the run through, and well scrap takes it 3-2 against Blind Sloth in a very tight round.
At some point, those DPs start to not become very worth it. Sometimes, like, you can afford to miss a DP, get one punished because Ino is not a very high damage character. Then, yeah, but then still, it's just like after so many times that you get punished for it, it's going to start adding up. It's going to start amounting to a whole ton, and you just can't keep just hitting your head on the wall. You gotta like vary up your options, maybe a bit more, throw them off guard. Maybe when they're expecting a DP, that's your opportunity to go ahead and start pressing buttons, take back your turn, and get a free wake up because they're not pressuring you there.
Yeah, exactly, right? You got to play those mind games. But that is why safe jumps are good too, because safe jumps will call them out if they are trying to go for a bait. But I will be right back. I gotta go do a thing.
All right. Well, coming right up, we have Log versus Hotline. 2 players we have not seen just yet here in bracket today. We got Axel versus Milia. Log as Axel, Hotline as Milia. This should be real good. What Log is going to want to do is just keep Milia away. But if we know anything about Milia, very fast, very slippery. She's going to get in there at some point. So whether or not Log can block Milia, can escape Milia's pressure consistently, is going to be the deciding factor for this match right now. Very nice Capel. Going to immediately burst. Log does not want to take that damage, take that wall break. A missed anti-air. Log had the right idea, but when you're in that one, like right above the head of a character, that's one space that not really any character, honestly, has an easy time dealing with, if any. So unfortunately, not much you can do in a situation like that. Your options do become very limited. 2K 2D in the corner, try to go for a bigger hit, but this throw is going to do it. We got a round set for Hotline. 6P immediately counter hit. Now you are in the blender. Hair disc out, cross up. Going to block the cross up. Going to block the bad moon. I love the match with the 2K2D where that bad moon is negative on block if you block it, and immediately taking your turn back because of it.
A very good movement coming here from Hotline for what I've seen, but gets caught by the burst from the cross up. Is now stuck in the corner because of corner steal, and Hotline is has some really good setups here.
Hotline is going in, and wow, that empty jump throw. Log expecting maybe an overhead, maybe expecting a low afterwards, but no, we got the throw here.
That is the scary part about Milia, is that it's not only high-low, not only left-right, and not only strike-throw, it's all 3 at the same time, which is the hardest part about this character.
It's rock, paper, scissors.
Oh, no, it's not.
Well, rock, paper, scissors with...
It's rock, paper, scissors. It is rock, paper, scissors, gun, knife, fucking shield, like bazooka, you know, there's just not much you can do, but, you know, with how squishy he is, Log was just able to keep him out and then get a conversion or two, and Hotline was dead. So she's not without her weaknesses, and they're going for safe jumps. Very beautiful.
Man, imagine if Millie did more damage. That'd be crazy.
Oh no, she'd be broken.
She would.
But now Log gets some distance. Hotline is able to get their way in, but immediately is pushed out. Let's see how long Log is able to keep Millie out. Not very long. But Millie messes up the throw that could have killed, and
this should hit.
This should hit.
Yes, it does.
Very unfortunate. Hotline did have the kill there.
Full screen in the exact place they want Milia, away, far away.
Good 5P. As Log takes the game over Hotline. Or not over, takes a game to tie with Hotline. Oh, good counter hit, far slash as Hotline is keeping Log scared, right? He has Axel does have mostly slow long range buttons, so when Milia's up close, not much you can do.
Nice close slash. That should be enough. Rock. All right, Capel in. Gain an overhead. Going for the hair card, bring him all the way to the corner. Hair disc is out, and now you're in some pretty good pressure. Lust Shaker trying to keep it safe, but you push it yourself at that kind of distance, and Log chose the right buttons for the situation. Okay, using Red RC, keeping Bad Moon safe, because Log has already shown that they know that Bad Moon is negative on block, and that can be punished.
Oh, using Capel very well to keep themselves hard to hit. But Log with a very good command grab. As Hotline goes in for the throw. Doesn't go for a diss setup.
We got a gold burst.
I think Log went for a burst bait, but the delayed gold burst made... Or sorry, Hotline went for a gold burst, but Log went for burst bait. Delayed gold burst hit still.
There we go.
Thank you. They were being patient with me. But Hotline does get their conversion off into a counter hit close slash. Drops the combo and puts himself into the corner.
All right, and Log is already on top of it. The moment Hotline into the corner, he was already pressing that button. He's like, I already have you locked down. I have you in the position I want you in. Rarity pushing him forward, bring him in close so that they can get the block pressure, keep on going. Nice 5K anti-air too, using that, like knowing the distance that is effective at and doing it. Picking up very well from that button.
As Log is now up 2-1 against Hotline. Now, can Hotline do something? Right? This matchup is very much on the onus to the Milia to be able to get in, right? You let Axel run his game plan, not what you can do. But now Milia has to run her mix. Into damage conversion, is looking for a wall break. Nope. Goes for a reset, but
not quite.
Log with a good jump out.
Yeah, try to overextend, go for that turbo fall, but Log is on top of it. No, you are not going to cross me up like that. Not that easily.
But then he gets crossed up easily. Goes for hair
I don't
Probably
know. I feel like
miscalculated.
Log has been doing a great job at blocking all of these.
Log has been doing a fine job, but it is really hard to block all these left, rights, and high lows. As Hotline's been doing such a good job of mixing up his options.
Alright. Counter hit. Going to force an immediate burst. Not going to burst bait that one, but doesn't really matter. That has a lot of damage on the table already. Hotline without a single hit on Log just yet, but this throw is going to get things started. Cross up, blocking the cross up. Log is on top of this. In close slash 2S. Yeah, running
into a good conversion. It was a bit too high up. Oh, as Hotline was blocking the command grab. Yep. Log needs this game to close it out, but Hotline's gonna be fighting tooth and nail. Oh, counter hit close slash actual bomber. That's so much damage. Milia's now
oh
half
my
her
gosh,
health.
that just got deleted.
Giving Axel damage was
okay.
the worst mistake IceK's ever made. That's all I'm saying.
It's only damage from TK Bomber. It's alright. It's okay.
So Zona with damage, but still.
Blocking these bad moons. Log is really on top of these.
Yup, but Hotline...
No, try to go for that throw, but Log was still in block stun. Just needs one more hit. Maybe even a trade will suffice.
Hotline going for options that are safe against 6P, but rather easy to block. Just trying to chip out Hotline, but Hotline gets a JH to finish off. Oh, Log gets a JH to finish off Hotline, taking it 3-1 against the Milia. Well played.
Hotline kept using that Capel to get right back in on Log, and at some point Log was like, wait a minute. Just jump, JH. Get out of this guy. Stop it.
Yeah.
Very good move, but it is punishable. It is punishable if you're expecting it and can have the right buttons to do so.
Yeah, Amelia is very tricky to try and fish out of the air, but her air momentum is very consistent. So if you can recognize what the person wants to do, you can easily catch them.
All right. Next players that we should have up as Log moves forward in the bracket. Log will be facing against Fluve later in losers quarterfinals. I believe next we have Adune versus Wellscrap. This should be quite good. I mean, I keep saying that all the time, but
All these matches have been great, so yeah, you're not wrong whenever you say this next one should be good, because every single fight this time has been so good. I just love seeing these players advance their skills slowly but surely.
Super, super fun. Yeah. Just waiting on the players. You know how it is. Oh, are we going to play winners finals? We are playing winners finals.
Oh wait, we're on
versus
winners.
Lord Irvington. Bridget versus Gold Lewis. What do you think of this matchup right here?
From what I've heard, I don't know much about the Gold Lewis players themselves, but generally speaking, big bodies really struggle against Bridget and her big buttons. But that being said, Gold Lewis does have an air dash and is, well, very painful to get hit by, which Bridget does not have the most health. So it really, I think this will be a who gets hit first matchup. Like is expected, Snickies gets hit first, meaning that Kribby is going to be having a huge lead.
Going immediately for the burn it down, trying to get that neutral skip laser out. Snickies was just out of range for it, but Kirby just going right back in. Lord Kirbyington getting like setting the pace for the neutral, I think.
But Kribby is able to get a good combo confirm into super wall break.
Give him a few good old punches just because, just
Good
to
old
make sure.
JoJo's.
Order.
Right? As Snickies
Two wall
is able to
break.
take it back. But now they don't have, they
Taking
do have
Kirby
positive bonus.
around the globe.
Oh man. Rivington wasn't really able to do much after Bridget started snowballing, so maybe my assessment was wrong, where because of Bridget's DP, Gold Lewis won't really be able to keep the pressure on for as long as I thought.
Well, it's all about, you know, choosing the right place to DP too.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah, it's a counter hit. Or not, that's not a counter hit, but it's going to probably jump. Maybe Snicky's trying to jump.
I think he was trying to keep, I think Snickies, or Kribby was trying to keep Snickies into the corner, which is why he went for such a peculiar setup. But because of, but without wall break, now Snickies is able to get the advantage with so much meter. Will this kill?
Not enough. Not quite.
Not enough.
I can tell.
Jump.
I have the eye for this Guilty Gear scaling.
It's
Not the
very
Street Fighter
unfortunate.
scaling. Don't ask me about that.
Oh, that game scaling is wacky. But Snickies takes a 1-0 over Cribbington as he doesn't expect the second hit from the overhead. Uh-oh, gold burst coming from Snickies. You do not want to see a Bridget with a 100 meter. But with the BT is able to get a knockdown from very far away. Good conversion off the counter hit 2P. Oh, this is gonna hurt. This might kill.
Look at that. Is that it? No super? No super.
Slightly out of range with the BT. But gets a reversal. This is definitely gonna be blocked.
Hit? Yeah. No, not quite. Okay. Still have full security gauge too, so you know if you can get Bridget a little further away, throw out the drone, throw out the Skyfish, and that
Honestly,
will do wonders.
Backup Skyfish might just kill through blocking. Oh, but goes for the
That
trade.
is true. Who won?
Gold Lewis
Oh,
did.
there we go.
Snickies had no health.
Squeaking by.
Oh, good counter hit, but wasn't quite close enough to get a full conversion. As Snickies gets their full conversion, starts slowly pushing Gold Lewis into the corner. Good counter hit, close slash for the wall break into super wall break. It's going to be a safe jump. Got to remember to block both those overheads. Didn't remember to block both those overheads. Gets tapped, but no conversion off the Snickies. burn it all down to just bring Bridget closer. There's the BT to fling her towards. But Snicky's with an amazing cross-up block.
There you go. Do not start rolling into me. Not when Gold Lewis has JD out on the screen. That is such a hard move to work around. But that will do it. That 6P, when perfectly timed, can break through JD just like that. And Snicky is able to get the momentum they needed to take that round. They need one more round here, and they can take game 2.
Oh, this is going to be very tight.
Really not wanting to block any more Behemoth Typhoons.
But man grab coming out from Snicky.
Gain the command grab.
Oh, into wall break. Goes for
able to
Roger.
pick this one up right now. Heavy Metal Roger doing work.
As Snicky's is now up 2-0.
2-0 in winners finals right now. Lord Kirbyngton unable to get a single game off yet, but we're able to get some rounds. So, you know, if they can get 2 rounds in a row, or 2 rounds at least in a range of 3 rounds, and yeah, they can take a game.
Kirby miscalculated. Because of the FD, they weren't able to hit the delayed low BT. Milkman, Milia did lose last set, sadly, against the Axel. Very well played set. But now Kribby is being thrown into the corner of mid-screen to wall break combo coming from Snicky's, and is there now backing up. Does not want to get hit by a BT. Goldlewis burns it all down.
I believe they try to back this right there. Okay, we're going to zoom right back in there, but gets clipped by something and just getting lasered down by the laser from, I don't even know what's coming from. A satellite in the ceiling, in the space.
Definitely a satellite in the ceiling. But yeah, Gold Lewis burn it all down is a very scary super. You cannot let yourself mashing on that, because even if he doesn't get a combo using it, it's still a painful one. Oh
JD
no!
said we got a burst bait, not able to get the full combo afterwards though, but it's all right. This throw is going to do it. We have a game on deck for Lord Kirbyngton. 2-1 is not going to be a clean sweep for Snicky's here in winners finals. We have some matches. We have some games on deck for Kirbyngton. And they can take this back.
They
have proven
very much can, but it
takes some rounds.
They have, but this does appear it is going to be an uphill battle, because Snicky's was able to just have so much momentum in those first 2 games. Is perfectly aware that drone will block the messes up the BT, but using the drone to block the first hit of Yo-Yo and then just running through it is so smart. Very good awareness from Kribby. And good combo conversions coming from Snicky's. As brings Goldlewis all the way to the wall.
We do have full mirror on deck as Snicky's, but you're just going to get shot by the gun. Hard knockdown. That's a free entry tool. Going to use the DP to get out. Red RC to cancel it. Keep it safe. And no, you are not safe at that range. Those buttons just come out way too fast in order to do anything about them.
And I would like to mention, Kribby had used burst in the beginning of last round and got it back by the end of it. So with how tanky he is, he gets so many burst opportunities when it's a low damage character like Bridget.
I love the usage of Kirbyngton's 2P because it's such a fast move. It has a very good hitbox, and not only does it lead to a full combo if you hit it, it's also a fantastic anti-air, and it really it's just doing so much work for them.
But because of its stubby hitbox, it is a very difficult tool to use that can be abused when you're aware of it. So Kribby is working around it very well.
Counter hit, send out the drones, hold down the corner for me, my son. Red RC, get another Human Typhoon just to make sure that the Bridget stays dead. We got a perfect! And now we have evened it up 2-2 between Snicky's and Lord Kirbyngton. Wow, Lord Kirbyngton is looking really strong now. They've been making the adjustments needed. You know, using 2P a lot more. We didn't see him use 2P a lot in the first few games, but now They're using 2P a lot more, mashing out of Bridget, countering them, trying to use the roll, I forget what was it, kickstart
Rolling
my heart?
movement.
Yeah, rolling movement. There you go, rolling movement to get in on them, and yeah, I mean, making
And
sure
you
that they
throw them
can't get in.
safe them too, like projectile meaties. Look at that, completely burst safe, completely DP safe. Very smart play by Kribby. They're just being a lot safer, right? They're using a lot more of their safer options, which is very good, right? Against a character that you are... A character that 90% of heavyweights loathe and fear. Kribby just knows what to do, as he went from down 2-0 to about to winning this set. A complete reverse sweep. Can Sneaky stop it, though? Oh no, stuck in the corner against the Gold Lewis.
Oh my gosh, look at that damage just build up.
Oh, but Sneaky's gets the counter hit 2-8 with going for a full conversion.
Okay, we have those conversions. Bursting immediately, burn it down, come to me. Stop dilly-dallying over in full screen there. Let me hit you a bit. Let me drain that meter a bit. Let me do it again.
Oh, doesn't matter if it's short. It's completely blocked on the mix. As Snicky's has a perfect punish against the throw whiff.
Oh no! This is the wall break. Super hard knockdown. Not enough to kill just yet.
Oh, blocks the double overhead. Oh, the 2-8 anti-air. This is now double Luigi 2-2 final round.
Oh, the 5 for Snickies right now.
Oh no.
Some of those faster buttons, keeping Curbington from getting any breathing room, and now you are already 60% of your health gone. You can still make this work though. You are Gold Lewis. Gold Lewis had to do so much damage with a single hit just like that, and now you knew that Snickies had to burst that one. Snickies had to do that, or they would have just completely died. That health would have melted away. Super to go straight through the drone. I like that as an option, but you are going to get countered by that close slash. This is the best start you could hope for as Gold Lewis. Drone sends out. Hits low. Hard knockdown. Overhead. Behemoth Typhoon draining away this meter. Now you are starting to get that health being chipped away.
The counter hit.
Doing so much work.
Drops the combo. And then Cribbington finishes Snickies off with a reverse sweep. 3-2. Beautifully fought. Tight set. Oh my god.
Sharper under pressure. That's what Curbington felt like right there. Just was one game away from getting sent to losers, and now Snickies is the one being sent to losers. In return, Lord Curbington moving on to secure their grand finals placement. So just basically, they've already secured themselves second place and first place. They've got to be feeling pretty comfortable right now. And now losers bracket is going to have to play out. Yune, Wellscrap, Fluve, Log have yet to play their games, and whoever wins those gotta face off Snickies and see who gets to go into grand finals against Curbington. This should be really good. Ayun and Wellscrap, I think, are hopping on right now.
We will see. I'm still like just taken aback by that set. It was so back and forth. Well, it wasn't really back and forth. Well, it was a single back and forth. Because it was just either player gets their momentum going, right? And it's so hard for either character to deal with the other. The second Gold Lewis started getting the hang of those DPs though, that's when there wasn't that much for Bridget to do on defense anymore. And then the second they get touched, they have to just eat that. And then they run out of meter from FDing, right?
Yep. It's either take your meter away or take your health away.
Really is a difficult situation you get put in.
Whew. What games we have today?
Dang. Such amazing, well-played games today. I'm very happy. As we are waiting for the next round. Remember, if you are done with your sets, get off of the cab and get out of the room so we can get the next ones going. Because although as much as I love talking about the previous games, I more love to watch the next ones because they're so much fun. They're just so much fun.
All right, waiting for these players to get in. We are at a full room though, so
We are so. And Cribbington, if you are watching, please get off the set. Actually, why don't we just move setups? We could move to a different setup, sure.
Okay.
Because Cribbington seems to have gone AFK, probably getting a drink or something, right? That was a very hard fought set. I did not blame him, right? You definitely need a rest after a very scary set like that.
Okay, getting back into this. A minor bump in the road, but we are back on track. Yune versus Wellscrap. Logging back in on the arcade cabs, and we are getting right into it. Eno versus May.
Mm-hmm.
See how it goes. May has
High
insane.
High damage versus loopable mix-up. What will be winning today?
Not even just high damage, but super strong screen control too, with how big her normals are and how she can just traverse the screen so easily.
Mm-hmm. We didn't really get to see much about Yune because they got kind of rolled on the last time we saw them on the screen, I believe. So I'm really excited to see what they have this time to offer. As they're playing around Eno's weird movement pretty well, it's just not quite enough to catch him out. As Wellscrap, very clean conversions.
5H counter hit, but not able to get anything off of it. Vertical Dolphin completely whiffing and getting punished by Wellscrap. Okay, now you have Eno locked in the corner. Try and use those anchors to your advantage, throw them out, and make it hard for Wellscrap to try to counter poke you just like that.
Oh no, but drops the conversion. Wellscrap down to very tiny amount of health. The counter hit 2H finishes off. That JH is a very good air-to-air button with its giant and lingering hitbox. As Adune is getting these solid conversions. And Wellscrap is struggling to get their momentum started. It's just lingering in the air. Gets hit with an OHK! Is not going for the burst save combo. And they do get burst, but the run up 3K into RC is just wins out against the Note. And Adune takes the first game against Wellscrap.
We're already seeing a lot more of what Adune can do as they take that first game, showing that they're up here in top 8 for a reason.
Oh,
going
run
for
up
the
OHK.
command throw, bring him always to the corner. Vertical Dolphin, catch you, try to press a button. Another Vertical Dolphin.
Oh, I like that jump to bait out where the Note should go. And then he just drops straight down. And is just Adune's playing around this Note so well. And is getting these conversions off every hit. Adune playing beautifully right now.
I love how Adune uses the slide to get under a lot of Eno's moves. It's not necessarily for using it as a low, but also just like low profiling the projectiles, low profiling the moves that Wellscrap is trying to throw out, like those notes.
But was a little late to blocking the notes and is caught running up. Oh, huge JH counter hit.
Oh, this is going to hurt. No, we don't quite get the pickup afterwards, unfortunately.
Oh, but good high-low.
Ooh. Wow, that just clipped low. Going for the super. Is this enough? Yes, it will be. Adune taking the second game very fast. Even faster than last time. We're just speedrunning. We're beating our any percent personal records.
Trying to get this new PB.
New PB.
Up Dolphin
that
round
sub
start.
10.
That's sub 10 second.
Subtext.
Oh no,
Sub
time
10
hit
second run.
90. Oh, gotta reset the run now. Oh, good stroke the big tree against the far slash to deal with the low profile, as well scrapped with the very hard to react to overhead. Oh man, Adune's just dancing around those notes so well and is using his air-to-air J8 beautifully.
Yeah,
Isn't able to convert after the 6H, but gets count hit.
What we've been seeing a lot from Wellscrap, you know, in the previous matches too, is that they love to be in the air. They love to use those dive kicks and just like zip around the screen up high. And Adune is doing such a great job of just like calling this out. They like know that, hey, stop going in the air. I'm going to keep on J-Hing you. I'm going to keep hitting you with this big anchor that fills up so much of the screen space, and I'm going to convert it into substantial combos.
Yup. And they're just able to avoid anything that Wellscrap is doing to try and get themselves advantage, like the note.
This is going to hit. No, not quite.
Oh, does not hit. As Wellscrap now gets a chance. Can they loop their high-lows? Doesn't react to the throw whiff, and then gets back thrown for the last bit of their health.
Wow, those jumps were really effective from Adune. Every single time that Wellscrap tried to go back down, try to hit Adune on the ground, Adune was jumping straight up into the air and avoiding it altogether, and finishing it off with a very clean back throw. That was a 3-0. Adune is now in losers semifinals. Next up, we have Flu versus Log. Whoever wins this one is going to have to face Adune. Leo versus Axel. I feel like two polar opposites in this game, and I think this should be really, really cool. Axel, you got the zoner type, wants to keep you from afar, while Fluve, Leo wants to be right up on top of you, pressing their buttons, making you guys, oh, are you going to do a high? Are you going to do a low? Are you going to grab me? You never know. Are you going to do a cross up?
Yeah, this is going to be one of those matches where it is just, how long can I keep the Leo out before I can kill him, right? Or before he can kill me, right? Because if I get him down to low enough health, then I can just hit him with a 2K2D bomber and then finish him off. So this is really just how long can Logger stall the game out for. With so far he's able to stall it so well. Sorry, guys.
One thing I do want to see from more players going forward against the Leo matchup is to react to those cross-ups, because if you can react to those cross-ups, throw those cross-ups, then you will completely remove one layer of Leo's mix and make your job a lot easier. Now, but that counter hit is not going to allow Flu to even get a back turn stance.
Oh, and a very good Rainwater round start. Isn't able to get the conversion though. I think he went for a Kara, but now Logger's just keeping Leo at a distance with his what are they called? Rensens. But now Leo gets his turn.
Ooh, that is huge. Nope, not a wall break just yet, but constantly going for these overheads. We are blocking these now. If I know anything from Log in the previous matches, is that they did a fantastic job at blocking Milia's mix from before. So I don't think that Leo's pressure should be that much more scary.
Ooh, good 2P. Knows that he just needs a little bit of damage left, and that is his furthest reaching low button. Fastest low button for that sort of range. It's an underrated button, right? Not a lot of Axels use 2P because they're like, oh, 2H does so much more damage and has slightly more range. But 2P is just so fast for those situations where you just need a little bit of extra speed. And then another bad burst from Flu, but he gets the flash kick, which forces burst out of Logger.
You know, one thing I'm noticing right now between in this set right now, Log versus Flu, is that Flu can't really freely DP as they did before. You know, Log is trying to keep him as far away as possible, and the DPs aren't putting in as much work as they have been before in previous sets.
Yup. Now, Flu does get that last touch that he needed, or Log does get that last touch he needed against Flu. Names are hard. As Rainwater and Close Slash is just able to keep Log infinitely plus, as Flu is not understanding the right places to mash, and mashes on a frame trap. Oh, doesn't
the right places to match is the right places to sneak by to get past these very far-reaching normals and very far-reaching moves from Axel. Axel, got that very first game. Is that game 1 or is that game 2? I blanked.
That is game 2.
Game 2, okay.
Lager is up 2-0 against Fluve.
Yes, just needs one more game. We're on set point. Oh, wow. Rainwater just out of range for that DP. Again, you cannot DP as freely as you were before because it is big, but it's not that big.
Fluve needs to cancel these DPs because they have... That is the second time it's clashed and he didn't cancel into an FD or a different attack or like a JD to get him down to the floor. He just sort of let himself get hit after.
There we go. Wait for him to come to you, and then 5P to knock him right out of the air. Yep. Very clean. Log on set point.
Oh, good 5K. Is using such a variety of buttons to keep him out. Fluve can never know what the correct option is. Oh no, uses the close slash in a block string, but Lager doesn't get the punish. Close slash reaches alongside. Uses Rensen to anti-air and gets so much damage. Does not go for super wall break and is unable to kill. But blocks the
Fluve on the other hand is going straight for a super. Roman cancels to keep it safe, but try to extend a bit on that pressure, try to keep it going. But Log was like, nope, nope, nope. Cut it out, cut it out. 2K, 2D, 4-frame low, very, very fast for mashing out. That is his main mash button, and it also has the advantage that it works as a low too.
Yeah.
Log will be moving on over Fluve. Unfortunately, Fluve, we'll have to say goodbye to him, but managed to make losers top 8, which is always great to see. Log versus Ayune is coming up.
Yeah, that 2K is such a fast button. It is 5 frames, not 4 frames. But the fact that his mash button is such a far-reaching low is very scary if you're not planning accordingly.
Just 1 frame off.
Yeah, it was just one very important frame, because if that was a 4 framer, oh, I'd be, oh my god, that character would be so broken if that was a 4 framer.
Yeah, that 1 frame makes a heck of a lot of difference.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's like, oh yeah, it's just a frame of animation. No. It really does make a huge difference because he can mash out of stuff that normally should not even be possible. That's kind of just what you see a lot when you see Soul players play. Is they have that 5K, that 3-frame move that just comes out instantly. You can mash out of a lot of things and not get frame trapped for it.
Milia too with her 4-framer. Very hard to frame trap a character like that. But next up is Ayune on the Mei versus Lager on the Axel. He's been doing such a good job of blocking mixes and keeping these hard to keep out characters out. Like that 5P reaction on the Dolphin was so clean. He did it again.
Just sending it right out. No Dolphins here. You're not neutral skipping, not now, and going for another throw. We got a grappler on our hands.
Perfect. Beautiful by Log.
7 letters you want that any player wants to see. Don't get close to me. 5K sticking that leg out. I do love that option that he's like using that 5K more often outside of the sickle moves. 2K2D mashing out again. Ayune has yet to get a single hit against Log in this single set.
Unfortunate of a super.
Wall spot anyways.
Yep. I think he's using 5K because of its lingering, right? Because these sickles, they hit very far, but it looks like they return very quickly too. But that kick button, he just keeps his leg out, so it's like if he dolphins, then he's just running straight into a hitbox.
Oh, but the dead zone. Good hits.
Snail does have a dead zone if you are too close, so you do have to be careful if you are playing as Axel. And is also very minus.
Now we're evening it up, right up. Not even evening it up.
This is wrong.
A complete life lead. 3K, the slide just going right under. If Log try to go for a 5P like before, then just goes right under. And Ayune is aware of that. This is a big combo. Charge that 6H. Charge it. Get that full damage.
Ooh, PRC's the 3K into a throw in order to make it much harder to tech, but Lager was ready. Oh, and then the 6P to counter the Oh, the 6P to counter the Dolphin, and then recognizes that side swap for the Axle Bomber, and then gets such a good YRC bait. But now May, it is May's turn. Oh,
Goldberg,
or it is not,
not
with the good
anymore.
Goldberg. Oh, the 6-8 for the overhead. Very well played by Log, as he is now up 1-0 against Ariune.
Ariune did start to put up a bit of a fight later on, but man, he was just doing such a great job of just keeping May at bay. Constant 5Ps, 2H if you try to go for the air approach, and then constantly converting them every single time is so good.
Mm-hmm. Although, thank you for the sub 4 mag. And it does appear that there was a spectator glitch where we are unable to see the next round. That's my bad for not having the room set to take us out every round.
Oh, they still haven't fixed this. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wait, do we have to close it?
Yeah, I'm just gonna close the room really quick. Either way, we had some loiterers who were just filling up the room, so it might not be too bad to clean it out. Yeah.
Well, I don't think we have to worry about that all too much longer because we only have 4 players left.
Oh yeah, no, we do only have 4 players left, so they can't just linger. You're right.
All right.
Let me find the room code. I forgot where it is.
Guilty Gear Strive Online, always pretty rough.
Yep, Guilty Gear Online. It is what it is, though, right?
Pairing network. Communicating with server.
Yep.
Search
IT. Yeah, it really is what it is, right? It sucks that the game has the game servers are like this, but they wanted to add a crossplay, which is very good, right? Crossplay is awesome, but it just really sucks.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, but it sucks that there's been some glitches that have just been lingering around since launch, and the server quality has gotten worse since.
No. I do not want to challenge the tournament goer. I mean, I could with keyboard. I don't have my stick plugged in right now.
Oh, you don't have your stick plugged in? Oh no. I prefer. I tried playing on a stick. When I play Hitbox, I tried playing on a stick. That made no sense. I had no clue what direction was what.
It's all about practicing it.
Yeah. I was considering buying a stick because there was one for like $60-$70 at a like nerd store.
What type?
I have no clue. It was just a stick.
Oh, okay.
It didn't look great. It looked kind of old, but it's like it still looked like it still worked. No. What I do like about fighting game, or like how the fighting game community has evolved, is that before it was like, oh, you have to use a stick to be competitive. Oh, if you're using a hitbox, you're cheating. Oh, this, oh, that. But now it's like you get so much variety, or now the opinion is every controller is viable. Just whatever feels comfortable for you, right? Like some of the best players in the world, Hotashi, Umisho, are using pad, and then you still have plenty of people using like stick, and hitbox is also a very popular thing too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I mean, if we're talking about like objectively which one's the best, most people are just going to say pad and hitbox, mainly because Dick doesn't have access to what is called SOCD. If you don't know what SOCD is, that has simultaneous opposite cardinal directions. That means you can press left and right at the same time. Arcade stick, obviously you cannot do that. On pad you can do it, but you need to use both the D-pad and the analog stick in unison. But it is possible. It is a bit tricky, but it is possible. And
most games do have. Yeah, but the thing is, most games do have ways to make that not work, right? But then it turns into another issue of if you're holding down and you keep holding down and then click up, it'll automatically go up, so charge inputs are easier. It's just a thing that's like impossible. It's gonna be a forever issue. But yeah, going into the next game though, Log is up 1 against Ariune. A little bit of a mental reset, right? Got a little bit of time to rest. We'll see if Adyun is able to contest. And he's running such interesting mix. I love this. As Logger's playing super patient, running keeping toe-to-toe with the RPS that May does want to run, but is not able to block this corner mix. Oh,
overhead. Ooh. Log trying desperately to get out of this situation, but to no fruition as they keep getting clipped by lots of moves, and those moves are adding up over time. 5P immediately checking those dolphins.
Yep. As now Logger does have a good lead and is trying to play slowly to keep the lead.
Speaking of slowly, Adyun is playing very slowly too, playing a bit more patient, not throwing out random moves or dolphins trying to get close to Log, but waiting to see what Log does in order to approach. Just like that, I mean, they see that they're going for the 5P and like, okay, I'm gonna go run under it because May has the advantage of being a little bit of a smaller character. They can low profile a lot of things that other characters can't, just like that.
Mm-hmm. But Logger takes the game, gets a good round start with Snail. Now Adyun has to approach. Unless if Log wants to play aggressive. Oh man, that's so much damage.
These 5Ps are doing so much work for Logger right now.
Ooh, Adyun could have easily gotten a hit there when the 5P missed, but didn't capitalize it, and Logger gets the kill.
Capitalize it here instead. Log taking the second game. We are 2-0.
Mm-hmm.
Adyun yet to take a single game. They were looking really strong in like that very first round, but Log was just keeping it, kept it together afterwards, and just completely reversed the tables. Show why they're still dominant in this matchup, keeping Adyun away.
This May will have to try and think of new ways to engage, right? Because they've been trying to get do some neutral skips with up dolphin and forward dolphin and instant air dashes, and it just hasn't been working. So he needs to either slow it down or somehow speed it up. As he gets a really good counter hit dolphin. Mm-hmm.
Otsugeki. Hit those sickles on the shins. Do not approach me anymore.
A very slow play with the JS from Logger, trying to bait Adyun into something. As he just Adyun not able to block any of those Rensens.
I think Adyun has the right idea with those 6Ps here and there. They're just not being timed quite properly. Do realize that the sickles, the ends of the sickles, do have hurt boxes on them, so they are 6Pable. You know, JS, 5P, all those moves.
They do.
No, they do.
They do. Oh, the jump buttons.
No, the sickles. All the sickles have hurt boxes on the ends.
I never knew that.
Oh, is it? Oh, it might be on the chains. My bad.
It's like very short up the chain though. But because 5P, Log takes the game though, is able to get a good Abare against Adyun, the 2K2D, and takes it 3-0. But I don't think it's worth 6Ping 5P because most characters can just run underneath it. When I say most, I mean all the way up to Gold Lewis. Actually, yeah, it's like anybody shorter than Gold Lewis is able to just run underneath it. So if you are expecting a 5P, just keep sprinting forward.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, back to the conversation on controllers though. If you do play on keyboard and you want to like learn, and you do want to start going into locals or getting competitive, I do recommend getting a hitbox because it is the next closest thing. Or there's a what is it called? There's a variant where you could like get a hitbox with a WASD. Is it a mix?
Yeah.
Is that a mix box? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Then yeah, you should invest in either a hitbox or a mix box. That because you cannot plug in a controller to PlayStation or a keyboard into PlayStations and have it run effectively. I've tried it sometimes, and it just never has worked. But next up will be Logert versus Snickies.
This is the fight of losers finals. To see who can go face off Lord Curbington, the undisputed lord of the bracket right now, as they have had a dominant run through winners and sent so many of these top 8 finishers to losers right now. Okay, we're getting right into it.
It's okay if you're playing bad. We all have off days, but you know you've been playing great so far, Cribby. I'm sure you'll do fine. As going into the next game, Logger and Snickies. Oh, isn't jumping? Oh, if an Axel starts doing vacuum like that, you can just jump. Don't IAD, just forward jump it. I believe is the play for most characters. As Snickies gets a really good combo conversion, throwing Log into the corner. And Snickies is finding it hard to try and engage on Logger at this point. Doing a very good job of keeping the Bridget out. Oh, such a good 5P.
Oh,
and then the snail counter hit. Drops a conversion, or I think the 5H wasn't a conversion drop.
Ooh, I like it. The 5P keeping Snickies from approaching using the rolling attack.
Oh, but gets hit with a command grab. Now, whoever gets the next hit wins, I believe. Oh, maybe. And it will be Power Slash from Log, or from Snickies. Ah, I'm so bad with names today.
That's the hitting knees. Counter hit immediately at round start. 5P's trying to check Snickies, but Snickies either going under it or going above it. 5P does have a bit of a weird hitbox. It is good, but has a bit of a weird hitbox when it comes to those sort of interactions up close.
Oh, good 5K to snuff out the yo-yo toss, and then a back throw incident. But they weren't all the way up against the wall, so Logger re-pushes himself into the wall, but is still able to hit Snickies. And then Snickies shimmies the next throw. Didn't RC the hit, but gets a conversion anyway, so it doesn't quite matter as Snickies takes the game up 1-0 against Log.
We could very potentially see a Snickies versus Lord Curbington run back if Snickies keeps up their level of play right now. And based on what I've been seeing, they've been playing super consistently in this bracket. So
we'll have to see if Snickies was able to adapt and learn from their mistakes. Well, but that's for the future. Right now, Log needs to learn from his mistakes, as right now he's playing a much slower and using lower buttons because of how small the hitbox is, which is really what you need to be doing with this character at this point.
I think what Log is trying to do a lot of the time is stay just outside of Snickies' range, because Snickies has some pretty long buttons that can really contest what Log tries to throw out as well. And putting him at some weird, awkward positions where he's whiffing more normals than he probably intends to.
Yeah. But he gets a perfect, showing that he does indeed know what he's doing in this matchup. And good 5P anti-air. And now Snickies is just getting caught at every turn. Oh, and then gets a good IAD. Logger not able to anti-air it this time. And then baits out the 5K so that the yo-yo hits on the way back. Good conversion by Logger. And goes for the overhead into fast RC to save meter. Oh, and then Snickies goes into the air at the worst possible moment for Log. As they get a good wall break.
Positive bonus. Going to immediately start spending some supers, maybe hoping that Log is going to use one of their zoning buttons. That's a great trade for Log right there as they take the game to even it up 1-1, losers finals.
Yeah, this is definitely a very interesting matchup because because typically Axel's advantage against these fast mix-up heavy characters is his huge buttons that keeps these speedy characters out. But Bridget also has similar sized buttons, so now Log has to find ways to play around it, which he has. Oh god, this is good rainwater, but wasn't quite able to get the full conversion.
Wow, crouching right under that. That's not an interaction you see terribly often.
And using Snail because
air
he's
attack at
aware.
me overhead. Man grab, set out the yo-yo. Try to go for the rolling attack, but again, Log aware of this. It's a bit similar to that Eno matchup in the sense where trying to use that dive kick to like land right back on top of him, but Axel just jumping up and hitting you down below for trying to hit him there. Right. Ooh.
Oh, Log consistently knowing when to hit the right buttons, but has been kind of dropping it against this character, you know. A very tough character for Log to really know what to do for.
Snicky's a little far. Snicky's does have full meter on deck. They can do some really nasty mix-ups with this if they choose to do so, but I don't think they will really have to. Just needs to keep this pressure up. Even just chipping out will do the job, but Log getting clipped low by the 2S, it can be pretty tricky, like trying to remember that it is mostly hitting, and so that even if one hit hits you, still got to make sure that you're blocking the second.
Oh, good return of the killing machine to counter the 2S whiff on Logger. As Bridget is able to now run her pressure, goes for the wall break. Will it kill? Yes, it will. As Snicky's now takes it up 2-1 against Logger.
Just back and forth. That's what we like to see when we can get that bracket where it's just evenly matched up against each other.
Absolutely, absolutely.
It makes it more exciting.
Yep. Now Logger will have to win the next 2 games in a row in order to go into winners, or in order to go up against a winner. A good IAD round start to call out the rainwater, but doesn't quite have a good punish for it. Again, is calling out these snails very well, or these rainwaters very well, but Logger is playing very well despite the circumstances, right? Try to go for a meaty Rensen explosion. It gets Wire Seat thrown.
Okay, pushing him further and further away. Oh, I love that delay right there. This is
I love
good
that
hit.
reversal.
Yes, it will send full screen, and now gotta eat these Rensens, jumping the command grab. That is why I like to see reacting to it, especially at that far of a distance too.
It's faster the further you are away. So that was such a good reaction, and then knowing to use Fireball to finish him off with how little his health is. But now Logger finally getting to play his game again, spamming out Rensens as Snicky's is struggling to deal with it.
Backing up, trying to get some set play started, trying to throw out some bigger buttons, but Logger has longer buttons, and they will be beating you out if you're not close enough. That one is enough to do it. Now we're started as Snicky's command grab. Yo-Yo is set up, going to burst that one though. Yo-Yo is now going to be sent straight back to Snicky's. It is no longer there. Tries to go for another command grab and reacting to it in time. Snicky's is on top of those reactions, but every single time they get themselves in the air or trying to approach, they just kind of find themselves in this weird position where they're just kind of stuck. They don't know quite what to do.
Logger doing such a good job of calling out the options that Snicky's has been doing to get in, but Snicky's is able to vary it up so often that Lager has been struggling. But not in this round. As Lager has Sneaky's completely red. And that should be able to finish it off, as Log is now tied as we're going into the final game of Losers Finals. Tied 2-2.
2-2. This is going to be very sick. We're going straight to the final game here in Losers Finals. It's not something we've been seeing a lot here in Losers Top 8. We've been seeing like lots of 3-0 sweeps. So it's always cool when they go to the final game. It really puts their adaptation to the test now that they've gotten adjusted to each other. And how are they going to change their game plan in order to make sure that they come out on top?
One of the hardest things is making your opponent surprised in this game. So, or is what, because of just, you know, your characters are limited. So, Lager is doing such a good job. He's finding a way to base Snickies into the air and then using very smartly played 5Ps and 6Ks to fish him out and then get into a small little combo. But the second Snickies is close, he's spacing out to those fast buttons that Axel has because he has so little of them and is just able to whiff punish. It's so masterfully well played where both players understand their character strengths.
Oh, that is plus. Just keeping you locked down at that kind of distance. Log try to break out, but to no avail. Immediate counter hit at round start. Man, Log already on the back foot.
Log will have to fight his way out if he does want to stay in this tournament, as he's now less than half health after the super wall break.
Wow, look at the damage that they did. I did not know that Bridget was capable of this much damage.
When your risk is cranked that high, almost every character has a TOD on chip.
Yeah, on chip.
Oh, with the bomber loops in the corner. Even Axel has the damage, as he's now kept Snickies in the corner. Snickies does not want to be here.
Snickies is still up around though, so they do have a little bit of leeway if they end up losing. Yeah, burst on the table still too. I'm not too sure if they're going to use it just yet, and they will not. They're going to save it for the next round. We're going to the final round, final game, final round. Let's rock.
Double Luigi, let's rock. As again, very slow play. Burst bait from burst safe hit. Snickies is now less than half health. He has such a mountain to climb. Can he's trying to dash block his way in, but the FD is pushing him further away. He doesn't realize as gets knocked out of the tournament with a perfect from Lager. 3-2.
Log is now moving on to grand final. Snickies unfortunately will have to settle with third, while Log is going to be getting the match against Laura Curbington. Both of these players haven't played with each other just yet. Axel versus Gold Lewis, an infamous matchup. Everyone sees this one as favored towards Axel, highly favored towards Axel. But I'm of the opinion, I don't think Gold Lewis has that hard of a time with this matchup. I think that once he is, he has a lot of those anti-zoning tools. He got Drone, he's got Skyfish. Burn It Down is now a lot stronger too. And a lot of those big buttons, think the Behemoth Typhoons, think JD, they can really help. They can really contest for a ton of space, and once he gets in, obviously, that's where his pressure starts getting started, and he can just keep you there for so long.
It is really tough for both players, right? This is one of those 8-2 matchups for both sides because if
5-5.
Yeah, because if Gold Lewis gets in, then Axel's just two-shot. But but that is if Gold Lewis can get in because of how many tools Axel has. And they're going in to the first round of losers of grand finals. My bad. As we're seeing Lager playing it very slowly with his large normals.
This is grand finals of beginner beatdown number 38, and both players just immediately just a very back and forth. Well, not even back and forth right now. Curbington having a difficult time trying to get in, going for a burst, even with that low health. Seems confident that they can take this back, but that's if they can even get close to Axel right now, as Log is doing such a great job at zoning Gold Lewis out. What a 5P!
Oh, but burst is baited, but it was a gold burst, and Gold Lewis misrecognized it and got hit with 2K2D. As Logger is doing such a good job of keeping Gold Lewis out. Oh, it wasn't able to stop the Thunderbird spawn, but was able to defend long enough to let himself get out. As now, Gold Lewis is stuck at such a far distance. Oh, Logger drops the combo, but because he's able to keep such long distances, with the burst, I'm sure he's not complaining. As he gets the 5P to finish Curbington off, taking the first game. This is going to be tough because Kirby is going to struggle to get in with how good Loggert's zoning is, but Loggert has to keep this perfect attention to detail for the next 5 games in a row, assuming he wins every single time. That is 10 more rounds of excruciating prediction.
Yeah, it's all about covering all of the bases in this case. Just making sure that there's no like open spots for him to get through and playing it more patient. Not again, when you're like a zoner, you kind of just like have the idea of like, oh, I want to be a bit more preemptive. I want to like put those buttons out so they can't walk into it. But maybe you should just be reactive and see what they're doing and then immediately stuff their approach for trying to get in on you through that specific option. And that's really what differentiates a zoner from a good zoner.
Oh, but Gold Lewis finally gets his turn with a really good Behemoth Typhoon. Logger bursts. As now Logger finally gets to, or not finally, gets to continue his game plan, but Kribby, very angry, finally gets his turn and 2 touches Axel.
At this point, I'm like, is it really a 2 touch when he's just like killing you on block too?
Yeah.
Or 2.5 touch.
The infamous 0 touch Gold Lewis kills you with purely pokes, or with purely chip. Oh, that's the jump forward I was talking about, where you just want to jump forward. But amazing blocks from Logger as he stays completely burst safe. Oh, drops the 1 vision combo. I guess it doesn't work on heavyweights.
It does not work if you are blocking.
Oh. But that laser super did a good job for Gold Lewis to get in. And then he goes in for a jump burst bait. Crib shows that he is not out. That he does indeed have a chance against the zoning menace.
Woo. Yeah, it's just that one-sidedness once he can get in, because Axel doesn't have a lot of buttons to get out and doesn't have the best of movement options to really escape that kind of pressure. So again, as you said before, it's about covering all of those bases, making sure that Gold Lewis can't get in towards you, and you have to slowly chip away at his health, or it wants to prevent him getting in and then slowly chipping away at yours.
Uh-oh. Drone came out, wasn't able to stop it. Clashes. And Gold Lewis stays in. This is very scary for Logger. As now he...
Not going to burst, doesn't want to hold it any longer. Now, Curbington has to find his way all the way back in, and it's proving to be very difficult. Tries to burst, but gets it baited. Very low health, full security gauge though, but it's not going to amount to much. Maybe tries to air dash in, probably for a JD, but gets anti-air immediately, sent back to the ground.
My internet froze. Oh.
Just throwing out those sickles. Stop coming near me. Stay away.
You hear me, right? Hello?
I can hear you.
Okay, my internet froze, so I wasn't sure if it was fixed or not. Yeah, as Log is doing such a good job of keeping Kirbyington out. And just knows when to go in for the huge damage that Axel is not known for, but does indeed have.
Wow. Man, it really feels so one-sided when Gold Lewis is in on Axel.
It really, really does, but, you know, it's kind of deserved, right? If you're going to be kept out the entire game, you need to have some sort of reward when you're finally in.
Stop jumping.
Just stop jumping. You only get pushed back every time you jump.
Gonna burst. Skyfish will block Skyfish. You got meter on deck. Is Kirbyington going to use it though? Probably not, as they will need that meter for FD, or they will get chipped out just like that. Log 2-1 in grand finals. Very close to the reset. Just needs one more game, and they can reset this bracket. If you do not know what a bracket reset is, if you are new to beginner beatdown or really any of these double elimination tournaments, a bracket reset is when the person from the loser side takes a set and resets the bracket, because it's like their penalty for losing one game already.
Basically, everybody has 2 lives. In grand final, the person who hasn't lost their life yet still keeps their second life.
Yes, basically. So, because of that, Kirbyington only needs to win one set.
Ooh. Gold Lewis, Kirbyington is struggling to enter, and Skyfish gets snuffed out with the JS.
Man, this looks so hard for Kirbyington right now. It's like one-sided and then one-sided. It just never feels like they're like properly looking even in a single round.
That's why I didn't say it was 5-5. That's why I said it was 8-2 both sides. Oh, as Logger is just doing such a good job of snuffing out every approach option Kribby has.
Drone being sent out. Hold down the neutral for me. Stop pressing buttons from full screen like that.
No, hold down the neutral, my child. Oh, good burst block, but it was a gold burst, so it is only so it is safe.
Counter hit. We got a bracket reset on our hands.
Reset.
Log is now resetting the bracket. What was 3-1 is now 0-0 in this new set between these two players. Kirbyington's going to have to start getting those wins back on the table, or risk it all, as Log has the potential to take it all the way back, take grand finals here at Beginner Beatdown number 38. We've been doing this for 38 weeks in a row. That's impressive.
Yeah, we've been going at it for a while. But going into this next one. Oh, Kribby trying to burst bait, but Logger didn't bite, and now Kribby's probably regretting that deeply. Oh, these 5Ps are doing such a good job of keeping Gold Lewis out, because it does hit him when he's standing sometimes. Oh, didn't get the wall break. Now Kribby survived at just a single poke, and that 2P finishes it off. But 5P is such a strong option because Gold Lewis has to crouch in order to avoid getting hit by it. And then it hits him if he jumps, it hits him if he runs.
Even then, it's still not super easy too, given how Gold Lewis is that big, heavyweight, big body character. A lot more susceptible and a lot more generous for zoners to be able to zone out these kind of characters because of that bigger hurt box.
Yup.
Yeah, it's the same reason why Axel is also effective against Potemkin and is also effective against Nagoriyuki.
Yup. Oh, and Kribby messes up the conversion off of the cross-up, mix-up, and will this kill? Does Logger have the conversion?
Okay, we got it!
No, messes up the Axel Bomber. Logger needs to get those time stops.
Oh no, this is a really bad situation now. What was looking like a game-winning situation is turning on its head, but that 5P will do it, knocking the jump frames from Kirby, trying to get that overhead and continue their pressure. Oh, that came down so close, maybe a little too close for comfort for both of these players.
Log definitely did not want, or definitely does need to land those converts, because he's had a couple of or he's been able to time stop multiple times in a combo, but then he just doesn't have anything to follow it up.
Duel 1.
Alright, one game on deck. Can Logger keep it up?
Logger's doing such a good job of just keeping Axel and then going for command grab. He has not shown that in so long.
Yeah, using every now and then catch him off guard. That is exactly how you want to use moves like those. RC, get the extension, no burst, going to save that burst. That was a perfect. Log is playing so clean right now. So many perfects in this single bracket for them. Really not letting anyone come close to him.
Yeah, especially when it's a big body like this. Can't blame Kribby for letting Log get some perfect. It's so hard to get in. Oh, and then the burst bait with the PRC, wasn't able to get a good confirm off of it. Oh no, Kribby tried to do a BT to catch a backdash, and it wasn't quite far enough. And Log still had burst.
To be enough. Axel Bomber pickup and the little kick at the very end. Meet the leg, meet the foot. Though I am a bit concerned for Axel's leg. I'm not too sure how.
Oh yeah, you lost your knee after that.
Yeah, exactly. Breaks the shin in half.
Because he just left his leg out there, and it's like, oh yeah, Goldo is gonna get hurt when he lands on my leg. You know, 800 pounds on my leg is no issue. Like, oh man, I don't want to think about that.
It's the foot. The foot's doing all the work.
Oh, it's just he pointed his toe up and he has steel toes.
Yeah, exactly. The toes are sharp. But yes, Logger on set point here in Grand Finals. Curbington yet to have a single game in this final set right now, and it does not look like they'll be getting this round either, with how dominant Logger is at controlling this neutral space and keeping Curbington far away.
Logger is throwing out so many more buttons. Oh my god, the burst bait. But Logger has been throwing out so many more buttons than against the majority of characters, because of the big body and the slow run speed of Gold Lewis. He's just like, he's throwing out buttons that he doesn't care if they miss or not, because he knows he will have enough time to get a second button out. Which sometimes does cost him, right? He does like a 2P or a 2H and then gets IAD'd by Kribby. But for the most part, it's just been letting this look so suffocating.
Yeah, for sure.
Uh-oh. But
now
he gets
this
his turn.
is going to look super suffocating. Drone going to hold him right down, and look at that elf just disappearing. That is it.
Oh,
no, not
doesn't
quite.
get the OTG to kill.
Going to have to FD all of this. You cannot afford to take a single BT in your face on your block, and you will be chipped out just like that. Curbington has a round on deck. Not going to let Logger have this final game that easily, and he's already in. Round start immediately in. This is a fantastic start for Curbington right now.
Yep, Curbington showing signs of life, and Logger not showing that, that immaculate defense he's had. No, it is not it. Come on.
Oh my gosh, no way. No way he lives that one. Logger, you got to take your blessings and run with it. Should not be alive right now, but you are, and that's all that matters. The command grab, getting that time stop.
Reversal.
He's going to hit.
Oh, Curbington showing signs of life. does not want to lose this tournament.
Sticking out the leg that time. No, that's not gonna hurt me this time around.
Mm-hmm. That is so unfortunate. But is it really unfortunate? I mean, Gold Lewis finally gets a chance to play the game, so I can't say it's unfortunate or not. I'm happy that Caribbean won though, because I want to see more games. I want to see more of this. I want to see Cribbington fight back, because every time he gets a hit, it's either burst comes out from Log, or Log just gets stomped, right?
I just feel like you had to get the climb through neutral like twice because of the burst.
Yeah. I'm surprised we haven't seen Log hold meter for like a reversal, because Kribby cannot afford a reversal, like a hard reversal bait. Oh, that was a really good JD.
Good knockdown right here.
Oh, and Log is now warmed up on defense. He's blocking these BTs so beautifully. Text the throw. Oh no, but he gets hit with that far slash.
This shouldn't be. No, this.
Oh, that's definitely kill.
This is for sure.
Come on, it's Gold Lewis. Of course, it's death.
Yeah, of course. What was I even thinking?
Yeah, Kribby did do a reverse sweep earlier, so he does show that he is sharper under pressure. Oh, good jump over. Oh no, but these 5Ps are just snuffing out.
Returning to their roots. Returning to form right here in this matchup.
Kribby, you can tell he's calmed down because he's not bursting with such health deficits. But oh, the run-up block from both players, and then the burst save. Rainwater, as Logger is now just keeping Kribby out.
Is the last thing you want right now. Overhead, you have meter on deck. Red RC going to get the wall break. TK Bomber for the extra damage. This is a really bad situation to be in. Logger is on set point right now, but this could be the start of something really good.
Oh no, the backdash to get 2D doesn't kill.
Oh, accordingly, that 2P is going to do it. Going right low, hitting the shins, and Logger right now is your beginner beatdown number 38 champion, number 1 finisher.
Congratulations to Logger. And if you are listening, don't listen to the haters in chat. This was a very spicy Axel. You have been playing phenomenally the whole time, and please stay in the room because we do have our thuggies.
Got the Dougies. Well,
got the thuggies.
Yeah.
Somebody get Formag the code so that Axel can beat up another another Gold Lewis. Oh right, Logger, if you are willing to, you can go ahead and hop into a VC and we will drag you up here for an interview. If you are interested, if not, I understand. Formac, I can donate thugs, understandable. Yeah, logs, if you are, I will repeat, if you are interested in an interview, just let us know. And yeah, somebody get Sempo that code for thugs since Formag donates it. Do an interview? Alright, we'll drag you up here as soon as we see you.
Oh, hey, what's up?
Welcome, Log. Congratulations on winning the beginner beatdown number 38. How do you feel?
I feel pretty alright. I took a 6-month break and I came back and I was getting bodied and I was like, maybe I should join a beginner bracket, like de-rust and whatever. I feel like I played okay, and I'm definitely starting to shake a lot of bad habits I developed after coming back.
Yeah, I was definitely seeing some signs of bad habits, but as soon as like you started getting into it, you were warmed up and you just had answers for every issue that anybody tried to throw at you.
Yeah. Also, 5P in the Gold Lewis matchup is that was just sad. Honestly.
That was grody, yeah.
My friend told me to shout out Fish, so shout out Fish.
Shout out Fish. All right, shout out to Fish. How do you feel about like? Because, you know, we had a lot of haters in chat because Axel is just a naturally polarizing character. How do you feel about that?
I don't know. I don't really care.
Don't really care?
Nah, not really. I mean, I've been to locals and I've had people who like straight up just tell me they don't want to play with me. And I understand, honestly.
Yeah.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
That is very
Go
unfortunate.
to the locals, play with whoever gets on top of the on the game with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have any questions? Oh, sorry.
Oh, no, it's not a big... It's whatever. What were you saying?
I was just asking if Salty Boy has any questions for you.
No, not any questions for me. I didn't even know we were doing an interview.
And
I didn't either.
Oh, sorry. And would you like to run a Thuggies where one of our high level players does fight you now that you have won?
Hey, sure. I'm cool with that.
All right, I'm gonna throw you back into.
What is the like set?
It's another first to 3.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll run that.
All right, so go ahead and rejoin the room. I'll throw you into a different VC. Have a good day. Congratulations on your win.
Thanks.
And you heard it. We back to Thuggies as we wait for Log to re-enter the room.
Well, it was a great time commentating with y'all. Great event watching. I am going to have to leave a bit early. I will not be able to watch Thug Finals. Gotta go eat. I'm a bit hungry.
I
bit
understand.
tired too. Gotta go sleep. But y'all have a good one. And I'm always free to get back on.
All right, any shout outs you would like to give before you leave?
Shouts to my co-commentator right here.
Oh, come on, man. You're my co-commentator. What are you on about?
And shout outs to all the, everybody that showed up. I say this all the time, but I do mean it. Congrats to all the people that showed up, even if you went 0-2 or even if you just won grand finals. Always appreciate the people that come out and play in these tournaments, and also the people who watch as well. That's kind of why we do these tournaments, for the people watching and also for the people playing. It's always a nice experience for everybody involved. And that's really all I have to say. I'm Salte Boy, and I will be signing out.
All right, thank you for joining us, Salte Boy. Going on to Thuggies, there is a bit of a pause. I suppose we are waiting to confirm what character Senpo will be playing. As I'm very excited to see this set, Senpo, one of our best players in our server. Get you on comms. Is this all right?
Oh shit.
Oh, he's in here. I suppose it is all right. Welcome, Senpo. Okay, so now you have to commentate your game while you're playing.
I know, that's why I wanted to do this.
You wanted to do this? All right.
Yeah, hell yeah. I got donated Thuggies, and now I'm commentating it too, because it's Salty Boy left.
It's actually not you know what? Yeah, that's actually funny because I'll do. All right, so Senpo versus Log coming up. This is gonna be weird.
Yeah, I mean, Senpo being a very okay player, I'm just really not feeling it sometimes.
Yeah. Senpo is one of the best players in Beginner Beatdown, being a top 26 chip in the world.
That's not true. You stop that.
That's not true? Yeah, no, I forgot how carried you are by your character.
Hey.
Anyways, with the really good chip, Senpo with the optimal combos doesn't get the blood pop to hit. Should kill it, whiffs! He does it too early! But he gets the clone into combo. What do you think Senpo was thinking during that co-commentator?
Nothing. I know he was thinking nothing.
Oh, good IA, or good super jump in, being Nago's cheapest initiation tool, but with a very predictable arc.
So I'm actually very curious, Mr. Klutau. I actually don't know who this guy mains. Do you happen to know?
Logger or Senpo?
No, Senpo.
Oh, the Senpo guy? I don't think he mains anything because, he's just he goes around all the OP characters, you know, he just
All right, bro.
sort of juggles them, you know. I've seen him play Happy Chaos, I've seen him play Kai, a lot of Nago, as you can see right now.
Bro.
Oh yeah, right, and then he just started picking up Soul ever since Soul won Arc Revo, so you know.
Herb, I just got word from the higher ups. We gotta get someone else on comps.
Oh, do we? Alright.
It was fun having me.
Well, it was fun while it lasted. You have a good day, Senpo. Get out of here. Well, that was an event. You know, I'm just saying I didn't drag him in here. Don't yell at me. I don't know who did, but it wasn't me. So, all right, going into the next game of Thuggies. Oh yeah, Senpai used to play Kai. With me, I don't know what's happening right now. It is a 1st to 3, but Senpo is doing something. Are we getting? I can solo comms. Come on, guys. Could you not believe in my casting capabilities? Look, the only person I'm willing to commentate with at this point is Beef, and I'm pretty sure nobody's going to allow Beef to commentate. With a sore throat on God, that'd be so funny. Alright, going into the next max, Senpo going with a DP, but Logger with the Rainwater is safe from the first hit. And is now playing a very slow game with the long range hits because Nago struggles to enter sometimes, is caught mashing on the Babe, and is now playing so slow. Logger needs to in a matchup like this, right? Because although Nago is the heavyweight and gets hit by so many buttons, he's such an explosive character. But now at high blood, Senpo really can't do much but wait. Oh, the tap dust whiffs! Uh-oh, and then just caught mashing on a frame trap. Blood burst, I'm predicting instant overhead. Yup, instant overhead. Oh, that doesn't kill. That's actually really good for Logger. Unless if Logger gets hit with a 2S, because damn, Nago buttons are big, I forgot. Senpo needs to be more conservative with his blood if he wants to be able to consistently win, because Logger's doing such a good job. And now Senpo is doing really good with the stagger pressure, but now it's at so high blood, all he could do is super jump in. And Logger is trying to keep things slow. Really good really good frame trap as Senpo gets or loses his, I think that was his first life lost, if I remember correctly. But now the heavy Nago pressure into command grab, very unfortunate for Logger. Oh, catches the backdash with some far slashes into some hits. Logger is now one tap away. Now has to FD, gets a gold burst. That's huge, especially with this high blood. And is in time stop, so Senpo does have to respect it. The second it ends, though, Senpo just went in with the clone Fukio, and is now up 2-0 against Log. I don't know who dragged Beef.
It's
here.
me,
Welcome, Beef.
the commentator. Yeah, what's good?
Hey, Beef is the co-commentator. You know what? You know, I've been talking all day. I kind of need a break. You can go ahead and take the lead for this.
Oh, that's fine. Let's go. That's how I have no clue what I'm watching.
Oh, shoot, let me stream for you.
Hold on, I'm joining the room right now. Captain Hawk gave it to me.
It's happening already, so here you go.
Bets. I'm moving. I'm ready.
Alright, go ahead and take lead, commentator.
Oh my god. Okay, Axel Low with the game. Senpo with his free self, he sucks. I hate him.
Such beautiful commentary job.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying, you know? I'm just so nice with it. Anything you'd like to add on, Klutao?
A lot, indeed, yes.
Okay,
Senpo getting a lead after Logger had such a good job, or had a pretty solid job of zoning out, and is just stuck. He's mashing, or he is clicking buttons at not great points, but now that Senpo is at high blood, is able to do a better job of a better job of zoning him out now that Senpo has almost no approach options. What do you think about this, Beef?
This is hype, you know? You can see the blood pop and the bite is over. You know what? Pack watch. It's over. Pack watch. We're watching it. Logger's death in real time. This is crazy. Now that jump was kind of... That's What the...
Oh no, but Senpo's getting so much blood back with his flashes.
Oh,
the
gold burst.
What about this and predict the gold burst, brother? You're not allowed. That's illegal. You just... Dude, that's not commentator's curse.
Scooby gets command grabbed.
Dude, that was commentator's blessing, not commentator's curse.
It's dead. That's dead.
Oh, do I win a Scooby snack?
No, fumble. It's a fumble from Senpo.
Nobody got command grabbed. I win a Scooby snack.
You don't get it. You do not get a Scooby snack.
What? You promised me a Scooby snack?
But there was no command grab. No command grab.
That's what I'm saying. There was no command grab. Oh shoot, Senpo about to pop, but he gets a couple of hits.
It's right there. Any Fukyos and it's over. That's the round.
Senpo was about to pop, but Logger got hit, which made Senpo no longer pop, and Logger is now dead. Senpo taking Thuggies 3-0 against Logger. Congratulations, Logger, for winning and doing such a good job against Senpo. He is indeed probably the best, second best player in this server. Sorry, we do still have, what's his name? The Euclid. Yeah, Elucid, yeah. We got the JTG gang just harassing us. Yeah, the JTG gang is harassing us. I did forget about that. But Senpo is indeed one of the best players in this server. So congratulations on doing such a good job against him. Yeah, we hate this.
Good job, Logger.
Good job, Logger, for winning and playing so well, even though you are currently derusting. Thank you and congratulations to everybody who's made it to top 8. And thank you for everybody who has joined this tournament. I have been Klutao, your commentator for the day.
I was here for 5 minutes.
Earlier we had I'm blanking on, I'm so bad with names. Earlier we had Salty Boy. Thank you, Salty Boy, for joining. And right now we have Beef. Beef, would you like to plug yourself?
What's up?
Would you like to plug yourself for being my 5-minute commentator?
I'm not plugging anything. Fuck you, Senpo. I'm gonna kill you in your sleep. It's over. Lock your doors, buddy. I know where you live. You're not safe. Anywhere you go, I'm coming. You're not safe. Alright, that's it. I can't!
Thank you, everybody. I would like to thank the people who helped run the tournament. All the TOs have done such an amazing job. And thank you, everybody, for joining the tournament, being here, watching the stream, or whatever you're doing. Have an amazing night, everybody.